right here. Let me quickly move on to Flourish. Flourish, Osas, you just joining us now. I beg, tell us where you join us from.
Good evening, Mr. Naja Watch. I am joining from Canada.
Thank you very much, madam. Thanks for joining us. Please talk to us. I guess you followed the other broadcast, right?
Yeah, I did. I joined earlier on. Unfortunately, I had a call and it went off.
Okay, all right. Talk to us in general. What is happening with us in Nigeria?
Seriously, Mr. Naja Watch, watching the situation in Nigeria is quite appalling. I'm sad. Now, I remembered when we were growing up, my father used to tell us that the day Nigeria were forced into a marriage they never, wished for, because this is the marriage that we were forced into. We were forced into a marriage that we will never, really ready to go into. They forced us into a marriage because they want to, to enslave everyone. From all indications, you can see that Nigeria have been enslaved by these people. We have been enslaved by these people because I watched from the beginning of presidential election in Nigeria and even this gubernatorial election that just took place Saturday. You can see this is a planned work. This has been planned because when MC Oluomo came out to say that nobody will come out, that he will kill, they will destroy, they will cause mayhem, cut off people's head, I'm like, where is the CP in Lagos State? What are they saying over this? Is it because they knew that MC Oluomo is an APC member and he does not hide it? He's well known. And nothing was done. I watched live when that man was invited to Arise News in the morning to talk to the people, and he laughed and said that MC Oluomo didn't take it, that Nigeria should not take it serious because MC Oluomo is not a BD. And after a short while, MC Oluomo made another video saying, and I saw a woman who is supposed to be a mother. The woman came out and began to speak in Yoruba dialect and spoke in Igbo dialect as well. That she is the Mama Chinedu that I don't know. But what happened on Saturday? Because this election did not, if you should ask me, I would say that election did not happen in Nigeria. What happened in Nigeria on Saturday was a disaster. People were being killed. Nothing happened. You can see that when Tinubu said drag power, snatch power. And I picked that point. Snatch power, drag power. What do you mean by snatching power? You have to, how do you expect, to ride on people that do not want you? Even in Lagos State, and people came out and began to ring bell. They rang bell from morning that nobody should come out. If you know you are not voting for APC, nobody should come out. If you know you are not voting for APC, nobody should come out. You saw all the atrocities that happened in Lagos.
Yeah, madam. This is what you are trying to say. Let's quickly take on it. 1 minute.
Okay.
Do it at all costs. Fight for it. Grab it. Snatch it.
Yes,
And run with it.
Yes, Jagaban.
So yeah, that was the video when he said they should snatch it and run away.
Snatch it, and run with it.
Yeah.
I'm ashamed of the APC in Nigeria. I'm ashamed. You see, they've been carrying results. APC took over everywhere in Nigeria, both the senatorial seats, everywhere. APC is the little states, just few of the states in Nigeria that they call for PDP, because those ones were able to, collide with the INEC chairman to ring the election for PDP. Those that that are able to pay the price. I'm not like God. If indeed you are still God, which I quite believe that you are God, Tinubu will never sit on, come May 25th, Tinubu will never sit on that seat. I believe in God, my brother. I'm not feeling bad um I'm not feeling bad because of all of this, but I actually feel so pained in my spirit because I still have people in Nigeria. I feel so pained because I have friends, things are not working absolutely. You see, people are crying. Since I was born, this is the first time I've ever witnessed that you have to use naira to buy your own currency. You have to use your currency to go for your own currency to be able to eat. It's quite difficult for the people of Nigeria. I'm not like, why are people not standing up? Why are people not speaking? How long can this continue? Shall we continue in sin that great may abide? Shall we continue in this evil atrocities happening in Nigeria, that if you do not belong to people that drink blood and eat human meat, that you will not survive? This is exactly what is happening. And you can see that the West is keeping quiet because they've been looting. They've been sucking Nigeria dry, and they've also, gone to the extent to make, probably they've come into an agreement again to begin to loot Nigeria. So I'm like, how long shall we truly continue in this disaster? Call a forced marriage? Can't we do something to separate out of these people? We are never one. When you look at their faces, we are never. There is no way on earth that we do not look alike in character, in education-wise, in all ramifications you can think of. We are not one in everything. Their setback is affecting us. Everything that concerns the Fulani is a disaster to us. We should just find a way to do away with these people. Let them just let us be, because I'm from Edo State. I am not trying to, play a ethnic card right now. But what we are facing is bad. Everything comes from the south. Everything they live on comes from the south. Have you ever asked yourself, if it were the Fulanis that have the oil, that have everything we had, that is taking care of the whole Nigeria, by now, we would have still be together as one? This is a simple question we should sit down to begin to ask. Would there have been a one Nigeria by now? From all these happening to us in our very own eyes, power was snatched from Peter Obi. In our very own eyes, INEC rigged election, blood daylight robbery, and everybody kept quiet. It seems today is a normal thing. How long can we continue in this situation we already find ourselves? So I think we should find a way to do away with these people, because it's not funny, and it's getting out of hand. And I think we should stand up to do something immediately before it's too late, because now we can still speak. Now that we still have breath in our nostrils, I think we can still do something. So I think we should stand up to begin to think and put things in order right away, and think of what to do immediately. Because if we should wait till May 27th, I don't know. It's going to be catastrophe. Yeah, that is what I think, because I've had headache. I have been so sad since presidential election. I have been so sad. In my spirit, I am not okay. I feel pained. I'm like, I am broken. How long? I do not know what to say anymore, because I am tired. I am fed up. People were killed. So things happened.
Thank you, madam.
Then the police could not do anything.
Very sad.
The normal. So my brother, I think I have to, give other persons, space to speak. Thank you so much, Mr. Niger Watch. Thank you, Niger Watch. Thank you so much.
Flourish, Osas, to be honest, I never wanted to stop you, because I can feel your pains. I understand what you are feeling. We cannot pretend over it anymore. We can't continue like this. We cannot continue like this. We shouldn't see it as a joke or as a comedy. We shouldn't derive pleasure from it. We cannot. So I like the way you're saying it how it's supposed to be. Thank you very much. All right. Before I move on to the next person, to I would like to hear from you. Alex is already back with us here. So to Naja, please talk to us.
Thank you, Niger Watch. Yes, regarding this issue that what these people have done, I'm not sure we should be worrying about running away because most of our leaders in our areas are not doing what they are supposed to be doing. Blaming other people is a kind of letting them off the hook because there's a lot of things they could have done to develop the southeast, the south, the southwest, and including the northerners. They are all, somebody said that there are two classes in Nigeria: the oppressed and the oppressors. What I see in this struggle is that it's a game of power. Some people have power, and the ones without power,
Enter me with me.
we are leaving ourselves without power. What we need to do is acquire power. Because it's like when you are in a school, you have a bully bullying you. If you decide to leave that school, you go to the next school, there's going to be a bully there too. Like if you break the country up, there's going to be somebody with power there too. You're going to have to deal with that person. The only way you can get past it, you become powerful too. Maybe that you and that bully could be friends, and then your will be done. This is how it works. You have to go for where power is. And like I said, the game they are playing against us, we know what we want for our country. Them, they are cowards. They've sold us out. But the ones that don't want to sell us out should acquire power too. We need to fight the fight that they are fighting. If they are fighting in the dark, we'll fight in the dark. If they fight in the day, we'll fight them in the day. We should outsmart them at whatever game they are playing. You heard what Tinubu said. What he said, there's some truth to it. If you want power, you have to fight for it. You have to win it, not just fight. I'm not going to. I don't want to go. I don't want to wield a sword that my enemy can withstand. If you want to wield a sword, make sure it cuts your enemy. That's how it's meant to be. Don't because anything
Mr.
else you do.
Niger, how are we going to go? Mr. Tuner, sorry to interrupt you, but you just talk about power and we have to fight for it. How are we going to fight for it? That's what we're here, right? How you? I
Exactly.
mean, you've been saying so many things, but could you tell us how we're going to fight for it? And please don't tell us that we should sit at home because I don't think anybody wants to hear that now.
No, no, no.
At,
What I'm saying
at
we should
first,
do
he
is
said get your
organize.
PVC, and we all got our PVCs, and we all went out.
Man,
We
but
all vied for positions.
you
They
see now,
denied
Mr.
us.
I think
Alex,
They killed us.
let
Alex
him
is beginning
answer
to
the question,
hear
sir. Let
voices
him
now.
answer the question.
Okay, so yes, in terms of what we need to do to acquire power, I said it earlier on in the previous show. We need to organize ourselves and acquire power the way they do. When you have an organization, you have projects that you want to do. One of the projects you want to do is you create these links between all powerful institutions, even within the military, the police, and whatever. Remember, Boko Haram is able to do it. Why are we not able to do it? This is if you don't play the game of power, you will not win. This is
So
just how it
basically,
works.
so Tunanja, basically what I can hear behind what you're saying is that we need to put in snitches in all these camps of the enemy, sort of. Is that what I'm hearing?
Snitches is a negative term. You have alliances within all these organizations.
You cannot
People that believe
listen.
in the idea.
Okay,
People that believe
I know
you
that
have to. Yes, you could even sponsor them into it. Then within
there's
the
nothing like an alliance. Please, when you use that word
I
alliance,
wouldn't call.
you make it seem like we are in partnership. We are not in partnership. Evil and good cannot be in partnership. Now, to create that maybe using the word spy is too harsh of a word, but that is the exact word. Because
Maybe,
somebody that's a spy, you are being inside a colony, pretending to be part of that colony. So I don't know another English word or adjective you want me to describe.
no,
We need
no.
spies. That's what it is. There's still like alliance here. Perhaps
Let
you
me
can find
explain
another
what I mean.
adjective to describe the kinds of people that we need to be in all these institutions. But it
So
cannot nothing can be like alliance. Use another word,
no,
please.
no, it's
If
not
it's
alliance.
if,
You see,
if that's
remember,
what you mean, oh, if that's what you mean.
institutions don't have characteristics. It's the people that are in these institutions that create the shape of that institutions. So if you want to, like a Christian can be in the military, does that mean that he's spying for Christianity? is the point is that it's going to represent the values of Christianity in the military. That is how the people that represent your values, you need to know them. You have to create distinct connections between them, and they have to also represent your interests. So that tomorrow, if they want to do something, they are the ones that are going to stop them. Because the instruments of power, you have to learn to wield it too. NLC that wields a lot of power, they are not wielding it in a way that it helps us enough, because we still don't have power supply today. And yes, yeah, they are supposed to represent the masses. There are so many things that
Nigeria, I'm sorry to say, but what you said so far is like sitting on the fence. I am on the receiving end. There's a lot of people listening. They are on the receiving end. You're not seeing what I'm saying, but what I can grasp from what you're saying is like you're sitting on the fence. I'm not going to
I'm not.
interrupt you anymore
How
until it's
is
my
how
turn.
is
Thank you.
okay? So if you call actually leaning forward, getting into this thing, power structures, and organizing yourselves to protect the people that are meant to represent your interests, because sometimes, let's say a politician is not incorruptible. Our job is to make sure we encourage them, and so that they would keep surviving. What if somebody wants to kill them? Who stops them? You see, there are a lot of good politicians that died. There was one of them, a senator that died. Guess what? If you don't protect the senator that is trying to fight for you and he dies, nobody else will stand up. So you have to organize yourself. This world is a game of power. If you don't play that game, you will lose. You will keep losing and keep complaining.
On this broadcast, anybody can interject each other's as long as we
Because
Thank you very much.
immediately they hear my voice now, they will say, let's allow him to talk. That's why I'm quiet.
Yeah, no,
Hello?
anybody can interject this
Hello?
broadcast,
Yes.
Hello, somebody speaking.
Mr. Tunaja, can I come in now? You've been talking. Can I come in?
Hold on, Alex. Detribalized are the
Yes.
I can see.
Yes, good evening.
Good
yes,
evening.
I have been. Yeah, good evening. I've been trying for a while. The other time I sent you a message on WhatsApp that I wanted to call in. Okay, thank you so much. Yes, I'm the
Where
one.
are you joining us from?
Yeah. Yes, from London.
From London. Thank you very much. Please talk to us.
Yes. Okay, yes. I'm sorry, it's like I kind of interrupted
No, that's fine. We all are family here. Understand.
Okay. All right. So I actually decided, because when I heard you say anybody can interject, that's why I just thought, let me just say something just to respond to what something is said about putting a kind of representative, forming alliance and all that. Yeah. There's a saying that you cannot put something on nothing and expect it to stand. It will only collapse. Okay. So why did I make this saying? Why did I refer to this saying? Is the fact that these people, they are corrupt. They are a bunch of corrupt people. So when you want to form alliance with such people, like you want to put somebody that is supposed to represent you, they say evil communication corrupt good manners. You see, it's something that, I mean, people get easily how do you call it? People get easily once they get into power, they become something else. Because he mentioned NLC as an example just now. This man, Oshiomhole, many years ago, isn't it? He was a frontliner in the NLC. And I remember that, I mean, what I used to hear about Oshiomhole was that he was like an activist. And I believe that before Oshiomhole got into politics, and I don't know much about, the Niger Delta politics, or I don't know too much about politics generally, but I'm just getting, into it. But at least some little idea I know is that I believe that it was actually the youth in that area that kind of sponsored Oshiomhole, to become, to get into politics and become the governor and all that. But see that same Oshiomhole now. See him going, is one of Tinubu's puppets. And there are so many of them like that. I heard that Dino Melaye, when he was in the university, that used to be a student union activist or whatever. Look at Dino Melaye now. Look at him now.
Excuse me.
He's a clown.
Can I
Excuse
say
me, ma.
something?
Let me tell you what happened.
Yeah.
Okay, go
Yeah,
ahead.
my name is Tuvi. I'm calling from California, United States.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Yeah, with
Thank you.
regards to those activists, I want to let you know that some of those people, when they act as activists, they are acting under the government, under government to not. They try to front that they are
Exactly.
activists and they are doing this for the good of the people, but they are not really doing it. They want
They are
political
working for
position.
opposition party sometimes. Yes, opposition party.
They're working for opposition party. Take for
Yeah.
example the Niger Delta issue. Then that people were all this Tom Polo and the rest of them were crying for, hey, you're stealing our oil, we're fighting for our people. At the end of the day, it was all for their pockets and for the political parties. So even the issue with how Boko Haram started and all those things, it was based off from oppression. Then it progressed to another level. If you see how Boko Haram started, it started with when Buhari could not get into power, and he really wanted to win the election. Then these groups started coming up. Then it was tipped against Jonathan so that he could get power. So most of those times, those people that front themselves to be activists, they are not really activists. They are people that are fronting themselves with the intent to be pitted into power. Then their true colors start coming out. So when people call the names of Oshomele, this Dino Daya, those people were never activists in the country. They've all been politicians from Abinito from the beginning. But it's just like Dino May coming out to say this the result is nonsense. We all know that the guy is just a
He's
funny
a
person.
clown.
He's
He's
a
a
clown
clown.
and he's cunning at the same and very cunning at the same time. So these people you cannot equate their character with that of Peter Obi. We can see the genuity and the precedence that Peter Obi has set, and his genuity and his personality. That is two total different person. Even when Oshomole was fronting as an activist, I could tell his personality. He was always having meetings with the government. When you start negotiating with the government, you're already bent. You don't negotiate with the government because you can never negotiate freedom. Any freedom that is negotiated is never freedom. It's a bargain. It's give and take. Because real freedom is fought for and never negotiated. So that's where I want to correct you from
Thank you.
saying that if you negotiate, then you become no. Those people were never activists. They were
All
just
right.
fronters. Yeah.
Thank you
Okay,
very
so
much. Go ahead,
is it okay for
Madam
me
Ade.
to? Yes,
Yes.
okay. All right. So yeah, so the main thing I wanted to talk about is because I know a lot of us have come and we have expressed our displeasure. A lot of us are still crying inside. It's so mentally challenging what is happening, what is playing out. And I think it's also because a lot of people actually invested so much in this particular election. Like a lot of people who have not been so interested became interested. For the first time, we're almost like getting to trust the government. We kind of believed in this beavers thing that they sold to us. And we were just like very positive minded, and Obi gave us that positiveness as well. So we all just bought into it. But unfortunately, the rest is history now. So I think, it's time for us to begin to talk about the way forward. And I know that you guys must have been, discussing that, for some time now. Maybe since after this
No, but
shambles of...
to be honest, we want to hear from everyone. How do we go
Yeah.
from here? Are we just going to
Yes.
fold our arms and be complaining
No,
without not
no.
doing anything about it?
No,
So,
we won't. That's what I
Naija
actually
Watch,
wanted to say.
yes, sir.
can I be permitted to also quickly say something?
No. Immediately she finished,
Hello?
you
Yeah.
take over.
Yeah, can I just quickly,
Yes.
so that I
Naija
don't
Watch, I
forget
thought
my
you brought this platform for me and Mr. Tunaja.
And I'm not gonna wait first now.
No, Mr. Alex,
Try
we
first
will wait.
now.
So,
No,
Tunaja and Alex, you
Sorry.
will not
no.
talk. We'll just
Immediately you
wait.
finish, I would like to give Midwest people to speak. Go ahead, madam.
Yes. So there is this saying that evil flourishes when good men do nothing. And I think this is what is playing out because, when they did that slap on our face on February 25, and, they were expecting a lot to come out of it. And I think that was why, they brought the military in, to a lot of places. A few people, most of us were thinking that they brought the military in at that time to make sure that there won't be violence and to just make sure the whole process went well. But they had their plans. They were actually probably already envisaged. They knew what they had planned. So they were expecting that, once they do their, mago stuff, people would erupt, the whole place will erupt, and then they would do like what they did during HENSAS. But because a lot of people, were following the instructions of Obi, and we know the personality of Obi is a peaceful person. He wants to go through the due process and everything. But at this stage, my brothers and sisters, we cannot go that way. I mean, we can't just be silent. We have to come out. We have to come out. We have to protest. This is not about, causing chaos. It's about at least protesting. Let them know. Let the whole world know that we are not happy with what is happening, with what has happened, and with what they are trying to force down our throats. Let's do that. And then in terms of strategizing, I will just say briefly, because obviously that's a big topic, which obviously everybody will make their input, is the fact that I want to say something I find very important. I've said this somewhere else before. I just mentioned it by the way anyway that time. But I will say this. Any form of strategizing, it has to be done within closed groups. When I say closed groups, I mean, not on social media, okay? Because there are snitches all over social media. Let's not forget that. That have come here, you don't know me. I could be anybody. I could be one of Tinubu's whatever. You don't know my identity. So we don't really know people. But the thing is, you see, these people, this is what they do. They send people all over, because I've been on some comment sections or whatever, and I've seen the way some people write, and I look at them, I'm suspicious. Who are these people? Why? How can they be thinking this way? And there are some of them that will not even say anything. They have just come to hear your plans. Because the last time, after that presidential election, and some people were talking on social media saying that they were going to release, they were going to go to the polling unit for the gubernatorial election, that they would take their dogs with them to protect themselves. What did we hear? Within a few days that thing was going on or going around on social media, then the police chief came out to say, oh, it is illegal for people to do that. There's some people are saying whatever. Oh, how did that information filter out? Because it was on social media. So whatever strategizing, whatever plans we are going to make about, getting, our mandates, getting things to work and all that, we have to do it, on a coded level. Let me just say it that way. It has to be coded. It should not be something that everybody will just come from nowhere. It could be maybe WhatsApp groups, whatever, and people that could be trusted, because there are snitches everywhere. And these people, don't forget, this man's name is Jagaban. I think this is why a lot of us, we took a lot for granted. We believe so much in this, whatever they sold to us. But this is Jagaban. He knows the game. Is as worse as you could get. So in a way, we are shocked, but at the same time, we should not have been surprised. This man, he had been planning this thing for years. He's had this ambition for years, and he has decided that there's nothing that will stand against this plan. So when they took over, when even despite what they did with Lagos, they, at the end of the day, they couldn't, still win Lagos. And that was why, what happened? They had to sell all this thing, all this story about some people saying Lagos is no man's land. They did everything just to make sure that they don't lose Lagos. You see everything they've done now. So these people, they will stop at nothing. I've heard rumors now that they are planning to arrest Obi or something like that. You see, I'm just praying for that man. Every time I'm just praying for him, that I just hope they will not turn him into like another Abiola. God help him, please. Because I don't know. That country is just messed up. So please, the way forward from my end is what I've said. Please, let's strategize, but please let it be close group. There are snitches everywhere. There are snitches on social media. There are snitches in even in this your show. There are people here that they have not come for any interest of Nigeria. They have just come, to hear what we are saying, to hear our ideas, and to go and feed it back to their masters. Okay, that's what I wanted to say. Thank you.
so
God
much.
bless you.
Thank you very much, madam. I really appreciate you joining us. And I want to support you by the last statement saying that the snitch is here. Obviously, yes. I just end up even talking to somebody right now, like 30 seconds ago on the phone before you hang up now. That's what we're discussing. We have them. They are here with us. They are on the panel. They are watching. They are on the comment section. They are everywhere. So one needs to be careful with these people, because they have sold their soul to the devil. So but nevertheless, Nigerians shouldn't fold their arms and just let this slide. That's my stand. Thank you very much, madam. Okay, before I would
Can I? Because I really want to go back to
okay
work.
go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the opportunity. And I really want to appreciate you specifically. You've done a fantabulous, and you're still doing fantabulous job. And I pray
Thank
that
you.
God gives you the grace for consistency and continuance. And
Thank you.
may your work become productive. The joy of every labor is the fruit. So I pray
Yes.
that as you continue to do this forum, that at the end of the day, Nigeria will smile, and then you can
Amen.
beat your chest that you did a good job. You, Omoye Kona, and every other person that has taken their time, because it's not easy in America to use your whole full time. We know how this country is. Time is money. To dedicate yourself, your whole life, to be talking about Nigeria matter,
Thank you.
and
Thank you.
the whole world sees it. So thank you so much. So I'm just going to say briefly that uh, in as much as we everybody is vexed and angry, you know, it's very painful, excruciating painful what is
Mhm.
happening in Nigeria. Like sometimes, if you thinking about Nigeria case alone is highly depressing. That's number one thing. So, but sometimes the best strategy is not from a place of anxiety and anger. It's a place of a calm mind. This is where the majority of people now are really angry and are not calm at all. They have so much anxiety and depression. The best strategy will not come from that place. Especially when you're dealing with Africans. The African man is different from the white man. And another, that's number one. Number two, the Europeans, especially Americans, they have weapons. Everybody have weapons, so everybody can fight. No, but it's a matter of, okay, the army, also an American army will never shoot against a white person. An American army will never turn against their people. If you're watching, I don't know if you watch soccer. Last Saturday, Napoli fans and Lazio fans, there was a fight, and the police came. The Napoli fans, they were throwing, no, the Lazio fans, they were throwing bottles and everything. The police did not even do anything. They were just they were
Roma Lazio.
Oh yeah, Roma Lazio. They were very defensive. But if that thing happens in Nigeria, the police people will carry they will carry tear gas. They will be shooting in the air, because they don't have value for life. So before we start saying all these things, we must riot and all these kind of things, we must put into consideration that the people we are fighting do not have value for life. They are ready to I don't want to use that word so that you don't get notification from YouTube. They are ready to, I want to use another word, a pidgin word, so that you don't get something, they are ready to excavate,
They're ready to
alienate.
Right?
Yeah,
Just this spy.
they're ready. Yeah, they're ready to buy everybody
Yes.
and get into power. It happened in Rwanda. It happened in Uganda. Those genocide. Those are the kind of leaders we have as Africans. Unfortunately, but so since and at the end of the day, even if you want to pie, your pie must be productive. If your pie is not productive and fruitful, the pie becomes useless. So we must not pie
Mhm.
for nothing. So this is why I say, in as much as I'm a legal practitioner, so I'm all up for we no go agree, we no go agree. But this is an era of intellect where intellect is ruling the world. What is ruling the world now is intellectuals. So this is where every intellectuals needs to bring their Mr. Peter Obi needs to bring his A game of highly intellectuals that can, there was some very intelligent man that came to your show one time and spoke up something about hacking and this and those kind of people. He needs them now because he needs information. Because with information, you can have a proper strategy to overcome your enemy. Most of the wars that the great Roman Empire and all these great Britain people won were a product of good inside information, that they use against their enemies. Because you don't just go and fight your enemies like that because they don't care. They are ready to buy everybody. So if you say everybody should come out and riot and do this, we not go agree, we not go agree. They don't care. I mean, example is the answer. When they buy one or two people, everything died down, and these people are ready to do that because and because they are using so many weapons. They have weapons. Nigeria and we Nigerians, we don't have weapons. The only weapon we have is our mouth, unfortunately. But these people we are fighting that we don't like, they have guns, they have hunger, they have policies. I mean, look at the policy of Naira notes. They stop people from taking their own money from the bank. They can go all miles to frustrate the average Nigerian that you will not be able to cough. The only thing we can do is to cry and shout. So they are in the legislators, they are the government, they are the legislators, they are the government, they are everything. And they are backed up by Europeans. Europeans will not come and help Nigerians because these people are the Europeans benefit. Europeans European leaders is all about negotiation. They will not come to your country and take a government from you. No, it's all about what they can gain. As long as they are gaining something, they don't care who is in power, who is in the power, who is in the aim of affairs. Because if they can do something about Nigerian situation, they would have done it. But they don't want to do it. So
My
we should not be
sister,
yeah.
my sister, sorry, I'm sorry. I know you said
Oh,
something like you want to go back to work. I just wanted to say something, just to correct an impression. When I said we should go out, I mean we should talk or we should speak out. It doesn't mean I'm saying, oh, we should go and start, the civil
no,
disobedience or anything like
yeah, I'm
that.
not even talking about
Yeah,
this.
you get me?
Previous talk that they were saying in the
Oh,
other. Yeah, so you spoke
In
okay.
the
very
other, in
well.
the previous broadcast.
In the
Yeah.
previous
Okay,
podcast, I'm talking.
but what you are saying, it sounds more futuristic, okay? Like in terms of the kind of strategizing would be even this all this close group thing that I suggested earlier on. It has to be something like, is we have to strategize. It's going to take weeks, months, or even years, depending and all that. I mean, look at what Nadeko did in those years of Abacha and all that. It's all, but the thing is, we still need to register something in the immediate, because the fact that people kept quiet after what they did with the
Okay.
presidential election, that was what made these people to be more brazen and to do what they
Okay.
did
Yeah,
with the governorship. That's my impression. I may,
yeah.
somebody
I'm
else could
actually coming to
disagree
that
with
place.
me.
Oh, yeah, you are so right. I was also going to talk about you saw what happened in White House. How people came into White House. When I mean strategize, it doesn't mean we should not take action. We should strategize before taking action. Because if all these things that is happening, if it was in the United States here, someone will know how to get into one of those leaders' hands and finish that leader. Once you take one of their leader out, there's confusion already. Once you take one of the leaders, that is what I'm saying about strategy. It is not something that everybody should come out. It's about intelligent people having access to deep privacy.
Okay.
And
All right.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's all those kind of strategy, something that you can just take one person out and there's a confusion, and before you know, it's just the way. I don't know if you've watched this movie, Troy. All they needed to do to enter the city, the country was
We can't
just
discuss
an
this. We
inspector.
can't discuss this here.
Yeah,
We can't. It's too
yeah.
sensitive. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Mm.
suggesting. I know there are snitches everywhere, but
Yeah.
yeah. To me,
Yeah.
that would be the best option.
Yeah.
But
Whatever.
thank you so much for the opportunity to speak.
Thank you so much, madam. I really want to appreciate you, especially for going in depth to. In fact, if I did not stop you now, I know you have all the tactics how everybody can go on this. But to be honest, I want Nigerians, especially Nigerians that live back home, to know that they cannot fold their hands and watch these people destroy our future, our destiny. No, we cannot. They have pushed everybody to the wall. We need to ask them because this was a broad daylight robbery. Before they used to do this, but they normally do it in a way that they can counter you at any time by telling you don't have any evidence against them. But this time they don't care. Anyway, you want to cry to, just cry there and all that. So we can't fold our hands. We got to do something. I appreciate you for coming around and for your submission. And I would like us to hear from Midwest people. Then before we go back to the two people the reason why we came here. But meanwhile, Mr. Alex, I would like you for a few minutes after Midwest people. You should take over the screen for me, please, if you are there.
Yeah, I'm here. All right.
Okay. Thank you, my brother. Yeah, Midwest people, please go ahead, sir.
Good evening, sir. I greet your house.
Midwest people talk to us for 10 minutes. Thank you.
Okay.
Let me do like Nigeria Watch now.
I greet the entire house for.
I'm the new Nigeria Watch now. For now. Okay.
Okay. I greet your house and I greet listeners, viewers all over the world. You see, I can say we were born into a situation that is a little bit very complex for we to handle as a people. All we need to do is to carefully analyze your situation and see if there is any way we can profit from it. And I think, hello, are you people hearing me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay. And you see, we have fought a very good fight in terms of politics. Try to say we want to present the kind of person we have in our heart to rule us as a president. That is the person Peter Obi. But it's very unfortunate that the election, to me personally, was an election between Nigeria versus CBN governor Emefiele and the INEC chairman himself. So the way the CBN step in and the time at which they step in, the little strength that the common Nigerians were having, that was when we started losing it. It was so destructive, and there is no way people could be able to put their strength together. And that's why all these things happen. But what I will say is this. We need to congratulate our effort, because if Peter Obi did not stand, as we speak today with the results, I think Atiku would have been the president of Nigeria, not even Tinubu. So what I want to say is this. There's no need for we to be saying Tinubu is this, is that. It has been announced. We should encourage every political leader in the southern part of Nigeria to meet with him, despite the differences, and look into some fundamental issues.
Please, pack well, man.
No,
We
we
shouldn't be
can't,
talking like that. We don't want that. We don't want that, Tinubu. We don't want it at all.
a criminal.
We don't want
Please,
it. We
guys,
don't
hold
want
on.
it. Don't
Please.
stop like that here. We do not want it. You do not belong here. Please, pack well.
Wait.
Pack well. We don't enough.
Mr. Media people.
Enough. Don't bring that here.
Madam, wait. Madam, wait.
No. I cannot listen
It's quiet
to
already
this.
now. It's quiet already. Just wait. I'm in charge of the program.
No.
Wait.
We do not want Tinubu. He did not win. Don't say we should encourage him or anything.
Okay. Can I say something about this before you continue? Madam, wait. Mr. Midwest people is a very sensitive time. Madam, I'm the one talking. He's not the one talking. Wait.
Go to Tinubu platform and display that. This platform
is not the one talking. I'm the one talking.
This platform is for the truth. That is stealing. We cannot endorse stealing on this platform.
Can you? Okay, ma. Can you wait for a minute, please?
Do not. No.
Okay, should we leave the platform for you now?
If we let this stand by, you are saying this on a social media.
Madam, I'm not the one. Can you just hold on?
That means you are encouraging stealing.
You're talking too much out of trauma. Come on, let's.
Please, can you hold on, please? Hold on. You made your point. You wait. It's communication. You talk and then you listen.
Don't communicate evil. It's satanic.
But I'm not the one. He's not the one talking. I'm the one talking now. The man is quiet.
No.
Please.
No.
Madam, when is your turn? You can talk. Just hold on, Mr. Midwest people. Please, number one, Tinubu is not yet the president. He's just elect, and the court is the matter is still in court. And two, you saw the broad daylight. You saw the broad daylight robbery.
That is called rape. They raped Nigeria in a broad daylight. So I'm saying we should rally around him. Rally around a rapist.
We cannot rally around the drug baron. We cannot rally around the criminal.
Rally around a rapist.
Somebody that has criminal cases. So for me, I totally support you, madam.
Why is Evans the kidnapper in jail? Why didn't we rally around Evans? If we are going to rally around Tinubu, then we should rally around Evans the rapist, Evans the kidnapper. We should rally around everybody that is in jail because there is no justice. Silence in the face of injustice is a crime.
Madam, can you just hold on?
Let me into the public domain. This platform you don't belong here.
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Mr. Alex,
continue.
If you are in charge of the platform,
I don't care.
I cannot mute her from here. I cannot mute her from here.
When you come with equity, you must come with a clean hand.
I think you're taking everybody's time. You've made your point, so just let the show continue, ma. Please, don't respect your
yeah. So please, and I will plead with you to take it easy because
you have to pause. There are other people
listen, madam, please.
Make your point. Just be quiet.
There are lots. I want to quickly say something. When we are on here on social media,
Mr. Midwest, Mr. Midwest, people, continue, please.
Everybody,
we should
be quiet. Don't talk about Tinubu here. If you want to talk about Tinubu, just go to a different platform. Go and talk about Tinubu.
My point
we
is
are
very clear.
tired of Tinubu.
Don't bring.
If you want to talk about Tinubu, go elsewhere.
You see, the problem I
Let's
have with
talk about how.
Please,
can you
let somebody let one person talk at a time, please. Can you just hold on?
Go separate ways. What the fuck? Talking about Tinubu, don't bring Tinubu here. Because I'm about to lose.
Excuse me, ma, you're disrespecting everyone here.
I'm about to lose it right now. Please don't talk about Tinubu.
Okay, you guys just hold on.
Sanitize your mouth when you talk. Anybody that talk about Tinubu is an evil person. Anybody that endorses Tinubu is evil.
You are disrespecting everyone on this channel. You made your point. Can't you just be silent? Let another person speak. Please don't allow anyone to disrespect you. Just be quiet, ma. You've made your point. This is disturbing. This is not good for people that we are trying to inspire. You keep talking and talking and talking. Please. Thank you, ma.
For your contribution. And we are here to put an idea together and look for a way to go forward. The only way would have been able to stop Tinubu if the electorate in Nigeria were able to conduct free and fair election and announce Peter Obi as the winner. As it is now, they place him on third position. And we in the sector, as far as the global world is concerned, Nigerians understand that this mandate was stolen. And I agree with you. But as a people, we have done our best. We have to think of a way forward. What can we do now? Do we really know the problem of our country? I had somebody talking here. He was mentioning Fulani. For me, this platform was not raised on anything like racist. I have been here for, or tribalism. I don't defend any tribe, but one thing I want to say, you say you are from Edo State. I'm also from Edo State. Tell me one thing in Edo that you will point to that will make your leader better than that of Fulani. Point it.
Mr. Midwest, I'm ready to take you on this one.
Let me give you an example.
Can I ask you a question now?
Can I ask you a question? Wait.
Can I ask you a question?
Let me quickly put this one. Let me put this one to you now. Wait, I want to put no wait. No, I will not answer question.
It's an interactive program now.
I know, but let me land my point. I don't want to confuse people as much. Now, when you talk of security, people are raping our own mother, our sisters, our wife, and they are from, you can say, from Fulani extractions. But the same president from Fulani extraction is pumping money to your governor for security votes. Of what effect is it upon your people? Is it protecting your people? The answer is no. Let me go to agriculture.
What's your point?
Okay, can I come in, Mr. Midwest? People are listening to us.
My point is this. Let me quickly add my own point now. My point is this. The election, the winner has been announced, but the mandate was stolen. We can go to judiciary to start fighting, but when you look at the setting,
there's a point you raised. Don't brush that point. Let me ask you a question, please. It's an international program.
Okay.
Just for a second, please.
Yes.
You cannot beat a child and tell that child not to cry. You can't be pumping money to a governor and you also pump. You wait now, and you also pump killers along with the governor to go and keep citizens. Even if the governor is playing with you, is agreeing to you. And two, who is the president of this country? A Fulani man. Who is the Senate president? A Fulani man. Who is the Attorney General of the nation? A Fulani man. Who is the controller of custom? A Fulani man. Controller of immigration? A Fulani man. Go to all the generals, top generals, Fulanis. Go to NNPC, Fulanis. What are you talking about? People, Deborah was killed in Sokoto, not in Benin now.
Let me quickly put something.
No. Wait. I'm almost done. Wait. I'm almost done. Deborah was killed in Sokoto, not in Benin now. Up to today, there is no arrest. The case has not been even. There is no panel of inquiry. A citizen was burnt broad daylight. What are you talking about? That is not a one-sided country. Some people just think this country belongs to them. Look at the way they are treating people in Lagos.
No.
So I don't get your point. I'm sorry, my brother.
Please.
For the first time, I'm going to.
Okay, you did not even give me a chance to talk. You people put everything. Okay. You put things on too much argument, but you don't let person. That's why we don't listen to ourselves. I learn from you. You learn from me. What is my suggestion here? You point to these people that they are always our problem. When we start this democracy, they wrote a constitution and give it to a certain person. A professor from South has ruled. Why didn't they see all the possibility for a single Fulani to become the owner of this country? Why didn't he stop it with the constitution? Let us learn and understand the game that is on ground. This game, we have talked a lot, but I will make a recommendation on my own ground. Legal procedures is the way forward. But the other way forward that we have no choice than to also assist him and present what we want, what can help us.
The other way forward is to share the country. Everybody can burn their own if you are not giving Obi's mandate. That's the fact. We are not one. We are different people.
What is your party affiliation?
I've been watching it.
Okay, Mr. Midwest, round up in 3 minutes.
I don't have a.
Wait, hold on.
Let everybody go. We refuse to
allow that person. Let me answer that man.
Mr. Midwest, round up in 3 minutes, please. Round up in 3 minutes.
Mr. Midwest. What is your party
You listen to me now. I don't.
Please, Bishop, listen, please.
Give me time.
Bishop, listen, please. Mr. Midwest, round up in 2 minutes, please.
Because please. Okay, let me round up with you and I will answer the question. I don't have a party. I was only having somebody, and that's Peter Obi. The same political party is a wagon. It's like a van. He went in, and very unfortunately, the mandate was stolen. Other Nigerians are queuing into the party. I don't know their identity. I don't know whom they are. We are all Nigerian. They have corrupted us. We are no longer honest to ourselves. All we want to do is to cheat. Look at abroad. Our Nigerian president there. I did not look at the way our attitude outside the country is also creating problem. So I don't have a party. I have answered you and I feel I've answered you. I was only having a
thank you, Mr. Midwest.
And that was Peter Obi.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Let us hear from Bishop now. Bishop, talk to us.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. I agree. Thank you, everybody. I agree.
Please mute yourself. Please mute yourself. If you're not talking, mute yourself, please.
I think it's my time to speak. I've been watching you guys speak for like
okay,
an hour.
Please, I'll come back to you. Bishop, talk to us. Yes.
Okay. Yes. My people, listen. We've passed this stage of argument or talking about the problem. We already know the problem. It's the solution now, and in my opinion, and the opinion of everybody, the solution is, whether you call it peaceful protest or revolution, that is the only way. We have tried to negotiate with our government through dialogue. They refused. Rather, they replied us with violence. We tried it during NSAS protest. That was a dialogue. We were trying to dialogue with them to stop police brutality on their own citizens. Rather, they met the people with killings, violence. Now we've come again to dialogue with them through ballots, through voting. They still met the people with violence. Now we have already known the problem. What we need is, whether you call it peaceful protest or revolution. But before you go into revolution, you will go prepared. You will go plan. Make your plans. Like one speaker that said, your plan, when you're planning something like this, you don't plan in open. You plan in closed doors. So that is what, in my opinion, that is what we are going to do now.
Yeah,
plan,
sorry, sir. Can I just use
wait,
one minute of your
time? Hold on. Make a plan. What we need is a revolution.
Sir, you should realize, for now I'm in charge of this program. I don't want to ask you a question.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Yes, it's still your time. I'm just asking. I mean, we are all learning. But the word revolution, if you check the word revolution, no, don't you think nobody plans for a revolution? It happens everywhere around the world. You don't plan for a revolution. It has already been everything that needs to lead to a revolution has been happening, and suddenly it happens. You don't plan for it. People run scatter. Nobody knows when it happens. But Nigeria is just at the brink. What do you think about that? Do you really plan for it?
Totally agree with you. It's already on. Let it be on. Even so, we are done already, because I said it here before that NSAS was our momentum. We're supposed to carry on with that momentum because we were winning. We're supposed to carry on with that momentum. So I'm in support with you 100%. Let us carry on. If that revolution don't start already, let us keep going. But the problem is that some people are not yet convinced that they want to defend the country. I'm convinced. I'm ready. Let us defend the country. Let us do the revolution. Let us do the revolution once and for all. Because, like I said, these people, they're not ready for any.
Let me just say something this quickly. I think I need to share this because it's very interesting. I asked ChatGPT.
Mr. Teenager, you have 1 minute, so this man can
1 minute
can try a round of place.
He's
yes,
looking for a long time.
Yes, it's not your turn yet.
Okay, how long does it normally have? I thought
just 1 minute. He will soon round up.
Let him finish then. Let him finish.
Okay, sir, please continue and try to round up in 2 minutes. Thank you.
Okay, so now this is what I want everybody to do, because there are some people that have the network. There are some people, some individuals in our country, some celebrities that have millions of followers in their on their platform. Some people know what to do, but they don't have the network to do what they know how to do. Personally, in my village, that was a village. I know what I did when we were having similar problem in our village. I did something because I had the network to do something. That was just a village. But in Nigeria, I don't have the network to do something. But there are some people that have influence, both internationally and locally, but they refuse to do something. That is the problem. There is somebody like Showore. He has been saying revolution, revolution. Now is the time to support the youth. But he won't do that. So let the people that have the network support those that knows what to do. Let them support the revolution. Let us do it once and for all. But we aim to achieve anything through dialogue. So I support the revolution right now. Mr. Midwest, I'm not coming to you directly, but you are saying that you don't belong to any party, but that's a lie. From what you have said here, that's a lie. So if you don't want to support the people, if you don't want to support the people to take back the country, that is a big shame. I mean, I'm sorry, that is a big shame, and that is not good. So there is nothing different from you and the politicians.
Thank you very much.
I'm calling on all the people that have the network, the influence, both internationally and locally, to rise up and do something. And again, sorry, last point that I want to make. If again that we want to do anything through dialogue, Nigerian youth, I believe that Nigerian youth have something like an organization. Nigerian youth can initiate a movement. If you want a tribunal, there is international tribunal. We can go there. Somebody said on this panel before that we can protest to reform INEC, but you cannot reform INEC with our government. It's still gonna be the same, because you cannot.
Thank you.
Sorry, so you cannot solve a problem from which that problem was created. If you want to reform INEC, it is not going to be with our government. Nigerian youth can do that through international community help. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Let me just go straight to Mr. Majid. Mr. Majid, please talk to us.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah, can you hear me?
How am I being skipped? How am I being skipped? I came here before all of you.
Tunaja, sorry, I'll come back to you. Sorry. Very sorry.
Okay. I've been here for like an hour plus, just listening to everybody, and I've never interjected. I just want to listen to everybody, bring their suggestion and their opinion, and speak their mind before I will say what I want to say. I don't like interject people. I just
all right. You have 10 minutes. You have 9 minutes now, sir. Thank you.
What I want to say, let me be sincere to everyone. If Nigeria is going to continue like this, I don't see the reason why everybody has to be together. Because it's obvious that Nigeria has been designed the way to favor the north and the southwest. It seems like they have gone into the elite. They have gone into an agreement that it should be between the Yorubas and the Hausas, which is the Fulani or something. I think that is the way they have decided. Because you can't tell me that what is happening in Nigeria is normal.
But Mr. Majid, but Jonathan Goodluck was also a president.
Do you know how Goodluck became president by luck? He was never going to be a president. Nobody would have.
What do you mean by luck? He was voted now.
No, Goodluck became president because Yar'Adua died, and when he wanted to run that first time, they said no, but they allowed him because of the power of incumbency. If it wasn't because Yar'Adua,
you are right. My final question to you is that what about the 4 years? He had 4 good years to turn things around.
He did his best, And let me tell you, if you want to rule Nigeria, you cannot rule Nigeria with the same set of people sitting around controlling you. That is what happened to Goodluck. Goodluck was a good man. If Goodluck was not having those people around him, the same people who fought not to make him enter there, and later when they agreed, they have to go into an agreement, whether you people agree or not, they have to go into agreement on how the government has to be run. And these same people cannot allow somebody who is not in their circle to become president, because you're going to take away things that make them who they are. So this is what happened to Goodluck. And let me tell you, giving power back to Tinubu is like giving power to that same group. I heard somebody telling us to have an alliance with Tinubu. Let me tell you, the reason why Nigeria is like this, because we take things to be normal. There's nothing normal in how Nigeria is being run. We have to stand up and say this is not good. In election time is when everybody comes together and decide to choose who will lead them. But in Nigeria, it seems like it's selection. It seems like it's for some group of people. Why some group of people are not allowed? So in a country like Nigeria, where we have no less than 300 and something thousand dialects, some group of people is deciding what the majority will do. Let me tell you, the people they call minority are not really minority. The problem is that those ones they call minority has not decided what they want to do, how they want to come together and defeat those who think they are more populated than the minority. No, the minority is more populated than them, but the minority has not decided on how they are going to approach the system. That is why it seems like some group of people is the one running Nigeria. Somebody made a point here. Do you think if everything we enjoyed in the south is really in the north, do you think with the population they have, do you think you are going to be even common vice? Let's be sincere. Do you think you will get common vice? If they have the resources, they have the population, do you think you're going to get common vice? So I want to say my mind. Nigeria has been designed this way, and it seems like it's going to take life. This one, everybody is saying, go back inside. A little thing, somebody will say, go back inside. You don't have to fight. You don't have to do this. Let me tell you, there have never been a country that liberated themselves by just dialogue. People have to die. Already we are dying. Can't you see we are dying? Even without the same revolution and that violent revolution you people are talking about, people are still dying. Why are we afraid of dying? We have to die. I'm not saying it here to please anybody. We have to die. If we want to be one, we have to die.
Please, can you round up in please can you round up in 2 minutes, please?
So what I want to say here, if we have to come together, and right now, let me tell you, the youth are no more together. Now they have given the Yorubas the power. The Yoruba youth is not going to do anything. The Hausa youth, normally, they don't do anything. So it's now left between the South youth and the Southeast youth. That is how it is now. Because I know Yorubas, right now, they have the power. They cannot go against their brother because they believe it is their turn. So now the thing is like between the South and the Southeast. So what are we going to do? My suggestion is this. Let us go back to regional government, where everybody have the power to develop on their own. When everybody have the power to do things on their own. Because if we keep centralizing power in the center, people is going to keep draining Nigeria up. And it's not going to favor us. It's not going to favor the youth. People are destroying their passports because of this shambolic election they did yesterday or 25th of February. People are destroying their passports. This is how fed up some people have become. So I suggest let people that we elected into Labour Party, because we have at least 38 and other minority that is there. At least they have up to 70 in the House now. So if you bring Labour Party and bring other minority parties that took like 2, 3, 4, let them push for regional government. Let them push for it. That way, everybody will go back. You have seaport. I have seaport. I have airport. I can go directly to my state. You can go directly to your state. If I import something, I can go directly to my state without coming to Lagos, where they think that they have the power. The power Lagos has today is because everything was centralized there. So I'm suggesting that is the only way we can. If we want to remain one as Nigeria, okay, let's go for revolution. That revolution that have to be carrying placards. Give us our mandate. Nobody is going to give you your mandate. Tinubu has planned this for almost 20-something years. He has been setting people in different kind of position for a day like this. And don't you think that he doesn't have somebody he planned there in that judiciary that will also defend him? So I'm suggesting if we have to carry on, let it be revolution that will make the world to come in and look into Nigeria's case. And again, the last before I go, I saw the UK UK, is it UK what is it called? This lady, UK ambassador to Nigeria. This lady said the election was conducted well. Oh my God, I couldn't watch that clip that woman said. You said this election was okay. Can this thing be done in the UK? Can this kind of election be conducted
Thank you
in
very
UK?
much.
And
Thank you very much. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Tunaja, please talk to us before I come to Madam Rita.
Yeah, I don't understand how people can say other people can come and help us. I think the way to do this is we take the initiative and fight for what we believe in. I've said it before that instead
Tunaja,
of
but he was not saying calling for him, but just condemning what that lady said. Katerina Liang, ambassador of UK to Nigeria. He didn't call UK to help us. Please continue.
No, he was saying that we need to make noise so that they can notice us. Who is going to notice you for your own good? They're going to notice you.
Please continue. You have 9 minutes more.
Put their foot on your head even further. That's what they're going to notice you, because their job is not to protect you. Your job is to protect yourself. Yes.
Yeah, you are very, very right. If Nigerians start protesting out in tomorrow, the Western world will never support our protests, because they know that if Nigeria is being reset for a better tomorrow, they will not benefit from it.
So thank you. Just wait for your time, Ejina Ken, please. Let him finish. I'm in charge here. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. All right. Continue to that, sir.
So the moment if they suspect that you're about to do the right thing, they will thwart it. If there's a revolution that is happening and they fear that it's going to change for the better, they will send the military in to take over. This is the name of the game, and you have to learn to play the game of power if you want to change your country for the better. Those that have like-minded stuff, and we have them on the continent too. They go by many names: Pan-Africanists, nationalists, whatever. Those ones need to band together, cooperate with each other, start pursuing specific projects. If you want to, like the ones that are warriors that want to go on the street and tear everything up, use that ability to discipline yourself and protect the ones that cannot protect themselves, that mean well for Nigeria. Like there are people that are fighting corruption, but some of them are getting killed, some of them are being jailed, some of them are being intimidated, all kinds of stuff. But if you really mean well for the country and you have the ability to defend, form some kind of organization to protect those lives so that they don't fall. If you want your country to be secure and you want to help change things, form alliances, or many people have relatives in the military, they have friends in the military, and all institutions, police, all of them. The people that believe in this idea, it's like a religion. If you believe that your people need to be better off and need to live well, you find like-minded people in such organizations and empower them. Like some of us that are overseas, some of us can do funding, some of us can be involved in direct action, while others can carry out campaigns.
Tunaja, can I ask you a question for 5 seconds or for 10 seconds? I'm not interjecting. Why do you find it difficult to see the wickedness perpetuated by this set of gangsters that call themselves leaders in Nigeria. For example, the killing of Deborah that has not been even looked into. For example, the kidnapping, the raping of kidnapping of the Kaduna Abuja train. The way the country is being run. Why do you find it? Why do you always go around the people? The people. Why not condemn these wicked men and women? As you know, in some countries, leaders are still in jail in Western world for doing one bad thing or the other. Why are you always on the citizen, on the citizen, on the citizen? Why are you like this?
The reason why is because if somebody a lion is trying to devour your family member or loved one, you don't focus on whether you hate the lion. You focus on first saving your loved one. Because if you focus on saving this thing, your hatred for the lion, you might miss
It's
saving.
not about hatred. It's condemning what is wrong.
No,
Leaders
I
are
already
wicked.
condemned. See, I've already
It's not
condemned.
about you. Don't. You don't. Is this how to run a country for the past 8 years?
See, I'm talking about. See, what condemning is making you sound weak.
Because no, children are learning from these things. It's now it's toggling at the way of running election, of winning election now, or a way of achievement in Nigeria now.
Not.
Is that what you're talking about, children?
Change. That is what I'm talking about changing. I think what we are already too used to is condemning and condemning, not taking
and
out.
Continuously condemning. Yes.
If you can condemn till the sun comes, the sun shines, it's not going to make one difference until you take action. In this life, the life favors the people that actually act. You can't just talk and talk and talk, because you are you are using a lot of energy in the wrong direction. You have to. The ritual of this world is to solve problem. If you want to solve problem, you go to the direction where the
please take one question from me.
Excuse me, Naija, I have a question.
Please let me ask him first. Please, one question I want to give you. In your own community where you came from, please give me one thing you have done for your community that we can search on the Google right now and we will be able to see it. You as a person. At least if you want to say the people, you want to save the people, you have to tell us one thing you have done to start saving the people before the government will come in.
So funny you're asking that question, because that is a very personal stuff to ask, and one wonders why you do that, because you need the information for specific purpose. So it's irrelevant. You believe me or you don't believe me. The truth is, I know I'm doing stuff on the continent.
You have 5 minutes more, and, so just be careful.
Yeah. So, like I said, let me just go through some of these things. So the campaigns
but
you can.
Madam Rita, I wanted to ask you something.
Oh yeah, please.
Yeah, you keep saying saying that we should keep talking and we shouldn't admonish these evil people. I'm shocked that you're saying that. I am so shocked. Well, I just feel for me that you are not being honest. Anytime you speak, it's it's indicative from the people on the receiving end to just know where you stand at. Because for you to come out and say, I mean, why are we here? Why are we here? Why are we even talking now? Why are you even talking now? You are talking because people need to hear the truth. And you are not saying that, oh, we're just here talking and talking and talking. You are also talking. And I think that's what gave birth to the question that man asked you, what have you done? Because if you say that we should start doing stuff and we shouldn't talk, then you are contradicting yourself. Why are we here? Why are you talking about talking? You shouldn't say that. If the leaders are doing something wrong, we should be able to speak up. Because the country where you live in, there are people who spoke up against bad government in the past, and that's why it's so comfortable for you to live where you're living. So I don't think that's a good. I will advise you that you shouldn't put it in those words that we should stop talking, or we should stop telling them they're doing something bad. I totally disagree with every
I never
fiber of
said
my
you should
being.
stop. If you listen to what I said, I never said you should stop.
So what did you say?
I said you should not keep condemning, because you can condemn and condemn and condemn, because I've already condemned them. But how many times do you want to condemn them? Do you want? See, let me tell you something. See, let me hold on.
Till this war ends, till the day we go to the other side, we should continuously condemn evil. Evil thrives when good men refuse to speak. I'm sure you know that quote very well. Oh
exactly.
My goodness.
And when good men refuse to act, when good men refuse to act, See, you are not hearing me. I don't know
I'm
what
hearing
language I
you.
need to use.
I'm hearing you, but you're
Let
trying
me
to
let me
twist
talk
it. I'm
now. If you
hearing
let,
you.
I'm not trying to twist it. You don't want, because you don't want to be corrected. You don't want to. You want to remain frozen in that position. My point is that
Oh my
after
God.
you
Go ahead.
condemn something, you need to take charge and address it. What is the use of condemning alone? It's not going to change the person. Do you
Tunaja,
think to
when you
condemn you is going to
when you
change it?
say hold on, when you say address it, are you talking about a revolution headlong with these wicked men and women? Because
I'm describing.
we did it legally. We got our PVCs. We obeyed the laws. We didn't protest. We didn't do nothing. We voted. We counted our votes, and they stole it. What do you expect us to do now? We should form gang,
That is
or we should be
exactly
clapping for
what
them.
I've been listing some of the things you need to do, but you are not listening, because in this world, if you leave one side to have power, you have unstable system. That's what Nigeria is facing right now. The good people keep allowing the wicked ones to take over power.
Okay, round up in 2
The
minutes, sir.
good
Thank
ones
you.
have to, why should I round up in 2 minutes? Both of you took my time. What kind of rubbish is that?
Continue. Okay,
Okay, man.
round up in 4 minutes because of the time.
So what you need to do is start acquiring power. I described some of the things. Like, there are campaigns you can run. I think a lady said it here. You go to online platform, you hear that, you see that some people just say certain things. It looks like they have an agenda. Okay, why don't you have groups that believe in the right thing, go of organize such things? When you have a politician or a leader in Nigeria that is doing the right thing, you go and support them online. You have campaigns to change opinion on the continent in an organized way. I've seen cases like where they report it, they carry out the research, they find out that a few people can work, if they are smart, they can work and change opinion from the internet. This is what some companies specialize in right now. Then you can also do in terms of cyber security, you can also help with cyber security and obtaining information and sharing it, the kind of information that undermine criminal behavior, at the same time protect the ones that are doing the right thing. You can also look into this thing. I talked about alliance into the forces, because if you have alliance into the forces, you are not going to be that vulnerable. People are going to be giving you information. You need to be knowing what your enemies are planning, the ones that don't want us to progress, because the enemy is not only our sellouts. The enemies are from also abroad. The fight is a bigger distinct conflict, and you make alliances with people that also are in that conflict globally. This is a big problem. If you think your leaders you're looking at on the ground is the only enemy you have, is bigger than that. So you have to make alliances, play to your strengths, and take power. Because this power we are talking about, we want to take it and reshape Nigeria in our own image. We can't allow the ones that have been shaping it all this time to keep doing it and winning. That is what I'm saying. I'm not here for disempowerment. I'm here to, what I'm saying is actually to empower you. Because you, like black people now all over the world, we complain about racism. Complain. What has it gotten us? The only thing you can do truly is to acquire power. That's what everyone else in this world knows, other than us. If you create a vacuum where one side is powerful, they will not respect you. And like I said, if you are in a school, a bully is bullying you regularly, and you decide that, okay, if you are going to complain, and when you finish complaining, you leave. Like some people are giving up Nigerian this in their passport right now. What good is that? When you go to the next one, you think a bully is not going to be there too? There are bullies everywhere. You're going to find one and you're going to complain again. You're going to run. Until you have power to challenge that bully, sooner or later, you and the bully will come to an agreement that now you have a say in what is happening and your will be done. If somebody is fighting for power supply in Nigeria, you support them, you fight for them, you donate to them, you do all the stuff that needs to be done. You have to be organized, strategic, support the ones that you know that believe in the cause, raise them, train them, sponsor them. Those type of things are the kind of things, that is how you take over a country from inside. This stuff, somebody said earlier on, Tinubu has been doing it for 20 years. If Tinubu can do it for 20 years, what would 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 100,000 people like us that want to do the right thing can achieve? We can achieve it very quickly if we are organized. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Nelson, are you back? All right, Madam Rita, talk to us. I don't want to answer you now. I will answer you when.
Sorry, my time is not over. Let me just read something just now. Let me just.
No. You are just 1 minute.
This is what. Okay, we have 1 minute. Okay, It says, I asked this question to ChatGPT. Very interesting
Mr.
question. I
Alex,
said, let me
Mr.
read
Alex,
this. Let
I'm
me read this.
leaving.
Hold on. This is important.
Mr. Alex.
Let me read this. Hold
just
on
wait.
now.
Just wait. Let him end up in 1 minute.
He says, please, I said, I asked this question. It says, describe traits or persona.
Let me just round up one.
People.
Okay.
Can I finish?
Let me just finish 1 minute. 1 minute.
I said, please describe the traits or persona of loyal people that are loyal to a cause. He said, when it comes to loyalty to a cause, the traits or characteristics of a loyal person can be slightly different from those who are loyal to individuals. Here are some of the key traits that I have. Passionate. People who are passionate, people who are loyal to a cause are often deeply passionate. Okay, that's one of the committed. They are committed to the cause and willing to work hard to achieve the cause. Visionary. They have a clear vision of what the cause represents and where they want to go to. No, hold on. So that you see some of this stuff. This is very important.
Your time is up. You come back. I'll come back to you.
Let me finish the list. You can take my next time. Let me finish the list.
No. But now your time is gone already. Let me.
You can take my next time. I don't want.
But I can't allow you to talk forever. You've been talking. You've been talking. You should have read this one.
About what I'm about to read.
Come on. You would have said this one before you started saying all those many things you said before. You are taking some of this S time now. You are done.
Something else then.
You are done, my brother. Mr. Midwest, let me hear from you. Soon as you listen to me, I'm in charge here, please. Thank you. Midwest, I'm hearing you.
Alex, who put you in charge?
The guy that owns the platform asked me to moderate.
I came here to debate you.
Mr. Tunaja, hold on. Tunaja, hold on now. Try to be civil.
No, Mr. Tunaja, just a moment now. We are all together, please.
Tunaja, wait.
I plead with you, Mr. Tunaja.
Tunaja, I'm in charge. Tunaja, I'm in charge.
Tunaja,
I'm in charge. You can't say anything again. Your time is gone.
I came here before you. I came here before you.
Mr. Evie said I should moderate. Tunaja, you wait. I don't want to remove you.
Don't be annoyed.
Tunaja, wait. Hold on.
Mr. Tunaja, don't be annoyed. Don't be annoyed.
Tunaja, hold on. Tunaja, hold on now. I'll come back to you. Hold on, please.
Allow me to finish what I'm reading.
Please, 1 minute. I'll come back to you. 1 minute time. I'll come back to you, please. Thank you.
1 minute, okay.
Yes. Mr. Midwest, please come up.
See, what I want to say, I quite agree with him in so many areas. We need to take the power. What can we do?
Midwest, you have 1 minute too.
Okay, are you hearing me at all?
Yes, of course.
Okay, we are in a country where a revolution is not possible. We need to be sincere. The reason is this. Those who partitioned this country into Wazobia and all those kind of things they did a very terrible havoc. We are so tribalistic in nature, and we decide to be pretending about it. So, my dear, if you start a revolution against a Yoruba already announced president, their own people are going to see it like someone is fighting my brother. If Igbo is in that position, we are talking of revolution, will they keep quiet? If Anausama is there, so let us agree. The only thing that is on board for me is two options. Judiciary procedure, which I also fully convinced that these people can hijack it. And the second one is, you have to form an alliance. Let's talk about this constitution that is holding us in bondage. And that is where the power lies. A constitution,
Mr. Midwest,
I don't know, nothing can work as far as the constitution is concerned. This is my own submission. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Mr. Tunaja, I give you 1 minute, please. Yes, continue.
Let me finish the list. It says courageous.
1 minute, okay?
Can I finish reading? You need to stop it. You really need to stop it.
You have to obey rule of law here. You must obey rule of law.
You debate me.
You must obey rule of law. It's not being a dictator.
No, you have to be responsible and allow me to read something that is very important. It's not even.
You are being rude right now. You are being rude. Please.
You are actually being rude by telling me to take 1 minute.
I'm in charge right now, and you have to obey me. So continue. You have 10 seconds.
You see Nigeria wahala. When I see Nigeria wahala, you see
Continue.
He's trying to usurp because he's cowardly. He cannot face me. He's trying to use the power.
Continue. Mr. Majid, please meet yourself, please.
So I'm trying to give people information that is very, very important here. So that you understand where we are right now. It says courageous. They are willing to take risks, stand up for what they believe in, even in the face of opposition and adversity. They are not afraid to speak out or take action. Then this is collaboration. They are willing to work with others and share their passion and commitment to the cause. They are open to new ideas and perspectives and value diversity of opinion. Strategic. They are strategic in their approach to promoting the cause, using tactics that are most likely to achieve their goals. They are flexible and adaptable, willing to adjust their strategies as needed. Selfless. They are motivated by a desire to serve the greater good rather than personal gain or recognition. They are willing to make sacrifices and put the needs of the cause above their own interests. That is some of the things that I read here. This is the thing I've been talking about, and I didn't read this even. I've been talking about all this. You have to focus on the greater good. It's not about the individuals.
Okay, Tunaja, are you done now?
Go ahead.
Okay, you are. Okay, I don't want to answer you now, so that you will not say I'm a dictator. I want Evis to come later, so that I'll have time to really address you, because I can see that there's a mindset problem here.
Now, come on, deal with
no,
me.
There's a mindset, because I cannot.
About you.
The people you are reading book for, they are a set of animals in human form, set of political animals who are busy, who are listening now, who are busy listen now, listen, who are busy destroying the rule of law, who are busy killing their citizens, who are busy looting the nation dry, who are busy using religion to divide and invade and rape farmers, who are busy shutting down every vital facility of the nation that make human existence. So the things you are reading, I don't understand who you're going to read these things for. When leaders are bent on killing their citizens at Lekki Tollgate, killing Deborah broad daylight, burying the matter up till now, I don't know what facts you have to confront me. Anyways, let me go to Madam Rita. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sir Alex. I didn't learn anything to Nigeria. All the things you said and you read, I didn't learn anything from it. Going forward, I believe it's a woman that would end all this charade going on in Nigeria. It will be a woman. I don't know who that woman is, but something tells me it's going to be a woman. It doesn't mean that it's the woman that's going to be the president, but something is going to give, and the woman will be the catalyst. I might be wrong. I might be right. Only the Almighty knows. The other day I was watching something on Netflix. Maybe you guys should watch it. It's called the Martha Mitchell effect. And it talks about a very brief history about Martha Mitchell. Her husband was I think he was the secretary to Richard Nixon, who was a former president of the United States. And what led to Richard Nixon resigning was because of what Martha Mitchell did. She brought him down. And it is a term used, I think it was coined by somebody that was doing a research in Harvard or so. And then Martha Mitchell effect is when somebody is continually talking about something to the people, and then she's being responded like she's mad, or she's telling a lie, or she has some mental instability. But in actual fact, it is found out that everything that she said was true. And that brought down Richard Nixon under the Watergate, scandal. Going forward, there's one of our speakers mentioned that a parliamentary system of government, is what Nigeria needs. Sometimes when I hear comments like that, I just feel like it's hanging in the air. It's like in space. It's just hanging. It has no direction. And the reason why I say so, when you bring such suggestions, it doesn't. It's not in tandem with what is going on now. So that's why I say it's hanging. It's a good suggestion, but it's hanging. It's not in tandem with what is happening in Nigeria present day. We can't just say we want to divide Nigeria. You can't just say, okay, this is the kind of system of government we need to practice in order for us to move forward, either as a country, or we have Northern Nigeria or Southern Nigeria. No, there are processes in which all these things need to happen. How does your suggestion marinate into what's going on now? First of all, I believe when you talk about alliances, you cannot, I don't know, Tunaja mentioned that he wasn't specific. And because of all the comments he was making, I am assuming that he's telling me, or the obedience, or the larger population of Nigerians to be allies to the people who are destroying Nigeria. I don't know, because he wasn't specific. Now, when you want to make alliances,
like-minded people,
okay,
like-minded objectives.
you have just been specific. You said like-minded, but you are still not specific. Are you telling me that I should be like-minded with Bayo and Oduga? I should be like-minded with FKK. I should be like-minded with Ado, the drug dealer. What are you saying?
I said Pan-Africanist, nationalists, people that have the same agenda to take charge of their country.
Your comment is still hanging in the air. To Nigeria.
Your comment, you are choosing not to listen to me because you dislike me.
I am listening to you. I don't think you are understanding me. We are here to educate. I'm not proving I'm Mrs. Right, but when we are talking about alliances now, I just asked you. I said, because you were not specific, this is my assumption. Now, you now said people that are like-minded. I said, who are the people that are like-minded? Because I measured the likes of recalcitrant Ayo Onoduga, then you now said Neo-African or Pan-African people. Who are they? We need to call the names.
So you don't know Pan-Africanists, you don't know what they represent. If
I
you
understand,
see somebody
I know what they
would you not ally us? Let me ask you this now. If you see somebody
you are going outside the box. No, calm down. You are going outside the box completely. I don't want this to confuse people. Let people just be in one direction and just get it right. Let us use simple language and get it right, and not start talking in fables or start making saying things that people are like kind of confused. Like, what is he saying? What direction is it going at? What I'm trying to say here is, if we need to change the status quo, what is going on right now? There's something a woman said. I mean, there are suggestions that I know that people really want to say, that I want to even say. I can't say it in public. You know why? Because you cannot tell your enemies or the spies. They may even be in this panel. I know they're in this panel. I know that they're even watching. They will watch tomorrow. They will watch it next week. They're all over. They are being paid to just be in this thing until May 29th. Because I know that man called Agbado would not be sworn in. They are all over. They are all over now till May. And I know they are being paid heavily. Most of them, some are diaspora, some are even watching from Nigeria now. They have money to pay for generator and for Wi-Fi. They are watching all over 24/7. They go by shift, I know. So I would not make a suggestion that needs to be suggested in the public now. But what I'm trying to say, and I believe that's why all of us are here, is to just open people's minds. It will make to allow people, let the scale fall from their eyes. Open your mind. Let people learn that they should need to read, do research, understand like that book Art of War. Understand the mind and the psyche of these evil Nigerian politicians. We are just saying the physical. It's beyond physical. I know that is what is going on now is beyond physical. And please, I've always said, man up if you're a man, woman up if you're a woman. If you know that you support a drug baron, if you know that you support Ogunleye, that's so-called for Osun State, aka Tinubu, if you know that you're supporting, say I support this man. Say, you know what, I support the position that INEC has given him. Something elect. I cannot use something elect of which country. Say that you support this man. Give reasons why you support, and because when you're not putting your position like, okay, we're going to court, like what Mr. Midwest was saying, I disagree with him. Because I understand, I've been following Mr. Midwest for a while, and I understand his ideology, but now coming to listen to what he's saying, it sounds defeated. It's a continual cycle in Nigeria that we've dealt with for so many years, from 2015 to 2019 and to now 2023. Earlier in the former broadcast, somebody is talking about 2026.
I thought you were referring to alliances. I think
it's a defeated mindset that needs to be pulverized. It needs to be obliterated. That mindset needs to die. Nigerians need to unlearn certain mindsets. Why would I even want to suggest? If you want freedom, why would I even want to suggest?
You were talking about alliances a moment ago, and now you've drifted off.
Please allow to finish. Finish in 3 minutes.
Can I ask you a question, please? Just question.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You have been speaking here, and I haven't seen you make any suggestion on how we can be able to leave this position where we are now.
Excuse me, sir. I think that you are very new in this channel because I have made suggestions in the past. Maybe you should go and watch. Somebody's TV is on. My voice is echoing. Could you mute yourself, please? I have made suggestions in this channel. Probably you don't know me, or probably you're new, or you're just feeling you. I've made suggestions. I spoke about a few days ago. I said those of us in diaspora, whatever groups we are, we need to, those people who need to write to the embassies, write to the commissions. I made an example with those of you living in the United States, Homeland Security, write about Musiliu Adesanya, aka MC Oluomo, write about this man. You know, if he has a green card,
your job is to go and
no, please, you are losing my
Tunaja, hold on. Let her round up in 3 minutes. Tunaja, hold on. Let her round up in 3 minutes, please.
I am responding to what the question one of the panelists asked me. That's why I went there. I'm just telling him about maybe he doesn't really know me this channel. Now going forward, I do not believe in if you want to talk about alliances, please, we cannot be allies to the people destroying Nigeria. We cannot be allies. If you are referring to, okay, let us form a group or, certain people, professionals, people that are willing to sacrifice, their life or for Nigeria because of like those things that you read, somebody who is passionate, blah, blah, blah. Fine. If that is one of the things that we need to do, it has to be now, not aligning or being an ally to the people destroying us. How is that possible? Maybe you should use a different adjective. Because saying we need to make an alliance with who? These people?
No. They will not ally with you. They will destroy you. They are your enemies. Why would I want to ally with my enemy? Alliances are formed by people that you have shared goals with. That's how alliances work.
That is why you need to be specific. Like I said, we need to use simple language for people to understand what you mean. When you say make alliances, because for me, listen to you on the receiving end because of you making the other suggestion that, okay, for example, let Agbado they swear in hell, not Nigeria, and then this is what we have to do. No. So that's why my mind is like, where is this guy going to? We cannot form alliance with these people. These people are not human beings. They're just wearing Agbada and wearing glasses and suits and speaking to. They are not human beings. I cannot allow. In fact, I cannot even sit down and have a one-on-one discussion.
Madam, round up in 1 minute, please.
And you are the one keeping me. You are the one in charge. You are the one pushing.
Tunaja, please allow round up in 1 minute, please. All right.
My train of thought. So when I'm being interrupted like this, it kind of distorts things. I'm trying to make sure that people need to be. No, it's okay. People need to be educated. We cannot. If you start saying alliances, let us be specific. We cannot be allies to the people destroying Nigeria. That is something that should not even be discussed or suggested. That is my suggestion. Number 2, if Peter the Rock Obi is denied judgment from the corrupt judiciary, I would say corrupt, yes, but because we are under a constitution and he's following due process, I am watching. We are waiting. But if he's not declared the winner, or at least let them address every single process on how they arrived at Mikano being number 2 and Agbado being the number 1. It has to, because it is a plan, because eventually what I see is going to happen is this judiciary, what they are planning, Mikano has been silent now with his Scrooges. Like Dino Melai. The reason why they are quiet now because they know that the cheating was unprecedented. And thank God for social media and thank God for the internet. So what they're going to do, they are not trying to formulate to the judges now to make Mikano the number 1. That is what I am seeing. That is what I feel. Because
Thank you, Madam Rita.
If we fail here, this is our person, he's the one that will take it. No. We need to see the process. The process at which you get to a position, it matters. So that's why nobody should speak to me about aligning with the evil people or let us concede.
Thank you, Madam Rita.
That cycle should die. That cycle of thought should die. If we want to make change, that cycle of thought should die completely. It should be pulverized completely. Let us remove that mindset, please. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's hear from Engineer Ken. Talk to us, sir. Okay, Engineer Ken is not available. I think we have Mr.
I'm
Pansat
available.
here.
I'm available. I'm available.
Okay. Okay. Talk
Thank
to us for
you.
10 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Alex, and thank you so much, man. I must have to congratulate you guys. You know, over here in the United States it's after 8 and PM, and you guys are still on the line. You know, Alex, man, you know, I believe that God Almighty is gonna bless you guys. My brothers and sisters from Nigeria, from Europe, sacrificing your time of your sleep for this cause of Nigeria. Prosperity will not forget you. You know, your children yet unborn we hear this and they'll be proud of you. That my father, my grandfather, my forefathers, my foremothers, they stood up for a better country, for Nigeria to be great again. You know, my take in all this bullshit that has been happening in Nigeria is this. What Nigeria is due for is war. We either take it or we leave it. The only thing that can change Nigeria, the only thing that can bring those mental deranged political ancestors that are holding the prosperity of that country down into their own pockets. You know, the only thing that can take them out is war. That the war that will kill them, you know, them and their family. That's the only way. Without that, revolution is not going to take place. It will never take place. We all saw what happened in Lagos. We saw what happened in every state. We all saw what Wike did in going to London. You know, Bola Ahmed Tinubu was always in London. You know, almost every month he fly to London. You know, then that now brings in a red alert that is telling us that British has hand in this thing. I must tell us today, the reason why the British having a big hand in the Nigeria politics is because of the war in Russia and the war what they call it, the war in Russia and also the war in Ukraine, because Ukraine is the one supplying flowers. Ukraine is supplying flour to every European country and even here to America, and Russia gives them oil. So right now they are short of oil. So the only country that has enough oil that they can get at any time is Nigeria. You know, and guess what? They know that the Nigerian elites, that they are so corrupt. So the only way they can get cheaper oil through the back door is to bring someone like Bola Ahmed Tinubu into the system. You know,
Yes. Mr. Ken, let me just also add this one to you. I cannot see why they quickly, for the past almost 2 years before election, or a year plus, they open all sorts of portal for brilliant Nigerians to leave the country. People that could have talked, people that could have dictated things. They open all sorts of nursing program, education program in UK, everything. They let Nigeria jackpot to weaken the country the more. You know, it's beginning to make sense now. Thank you. Continue.
Thank you. You remember I said all these things before. I speak about it, but most people doesn't understand where I was going to. You know, the reason why they open all those doors, you know, is for them to take our people. Is they are showing us love as if maybe they're truly genuinely loving us. You know, they're not truly genuinely loving us. Just watch. By the time their political godfathers comes in, by the time they swear into the book, in a year, 2 years from now, they'll start deporting those people back to Nigeria. Trust me, that is what they're going to do. You know, every British colonization country, every British country that is under the Queen, like Canada, like Australia, like New Zealand, they open the same door for them to take Nigerians in, you know, because of what they're about to achieve from Nigeria government. That is why God Almighty, the creator of the whole world, will keep on blessing the United States. The United States of America does not condone into this kind of nonsense. We don't do that.
So they open the door to steal your people and you bless them.
So what?
They open the door to steal your best minds from preventing your country from developing, and you bless them?
Nobody is blessing them. We are just identifying those loopholes now.
America.
Yes, of course. America didn't do that.
America didn't do that. America did not relax their laws. It's still very strict.
Actually, a lot of Nigerians went to America too. I saw
but it's not as easy. It's not as easy as UK became last years. Mr. Tunaja, you are right.
Just recently, bragging
Mr.
about.
Tunaja, you are right. But UK made it easier, 100% easier over 1 year and 6 months now. It's been very easy. Trust me.
For the past 10, 15 years, if you are a nurse anywhere in the world or a doctor anywhere in the world, if you apply to come and study here in the United States, you must have to do the exams. It is not free. If you pass the exam, they will give you a visa. You must have to. But the British was all door in, no examination, nothing.
They said it was because of Brexit, but now it's beginning to make sense. It's all a ploy.
This is what they did because of oil, because of flour. Do you know that? You know that they have given Dangote the license to import flour? That is why flowers are very expensive now in Nigeria. That is why Dangote is going more on cassava, because they're making cassava flour and potato flour. You know, more hunger is coming to Nigeria. You know, if Nigerians are hearing me today, you have to start farming. If you have a little backyard in your house, start planting, because more hunger is coming. Tinubu is bringing more hunger, more starvation in that country, because these guys don't care. These guys, they are monsters. Your tears bring them joy. Your hunger bring them happiness. That is who they are. That is why the whole world, the other day, I was watching CNN. You know, there was a CNN TV that really revealed the Nigerian politics, that shows how the election went throughout the from the presidency down to the Senate and down to the House of Rep, and even down to the gubernatorial election that happened on Saturday. CNN revealed everything. There was no call from any American president or senator to Nigerian government to thank them or to praise them or to tell them you are welcome, you did well. None. Because they watch all these things. You know, the same British ambassador to Nigeria that was on that she was there on ground. She saw everything. Everything. She took part in the process of ringing that election. That was why she was the first person to congratulate Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It is a shame to the British Empire. You know, if I have my way today, I will.
No, Ejina K, please, you don't do this. Not every time somebody will be correcting you, Ejina K. Sometimes you use a strong word just now. I'm here. I'm listening. You use a strong word just now, telling people how to do revolution and what to carry. Ejina K, why are you always doing this? You are not new on this platform.
There's only revolution that will be sanity.
No, Engineer Ken, then say it in your house, not here. Please. Why can't you take correction for once? Now you are insulting the British government. If you have your way, they come in now, you say something that was
the cause of this problem. They are the cause of this
problem.
But
you can't say it here. Say it in your house or borrow another platform to say it, not here. Please. You don't know the rules of YouTube. Follow the rules. You for the past 2 years now be correcting you. You don't take correction.
More than 2 years, Elvis. We've been married now for over 3 years plus. We're going to 4 years now in our marriage.
Ejina K, take back those words, sir.
Follow the rules, please. I don't like it. It's not funny.
Mr. Nigeria, you know your elder brother very well. I'm taking this word back because of you, one, and two, because you are in Britain.
Not here.
You are in Britain.
I said it before. Anybody that is coming to this platform, finish your venting, destroy everything in your house. There. Once you destroy your house, set it ablaze. Then if you come here, come with peace. Please.
But they
are allowed to criticize the West now when the West does something, because even UK people criticize the UK all the time. As long as they are not saying violent things.
to Niger, criticizing is different from the way.
No, there is a word he used that is not good. You know, that's
exactly.
what.
Now look at the word.
What words did I use? Tell me.
Yeah.
What words did I use? What
No,
was my
they can't
comment
repeat
or my
it here,
statement?
Ken. Nobody will repeat it for you. Go and play it back later. You can't be using those words, please.
Okay. Mr. Najawa, whatever I say was. I mean, the whole world saw it.
Nigeria doesn't want people to come and knock at his door now.
No, the thing is,
it's a British man.
See, I beg,
British.
we should not be using that word by. Okay, we should not be using word carry by make we go do that one. It's not good for platform. It's very bad.
I don't talk so. I don't say maybe
that's what
don't
you
go
used,
carry look and go do something. I don't say that.
You used. That's
no.
Used.
Go play and back me you hear. I not talk so. What did I talk? What did I talk? He say I talk. Say may they go. Yeah, make they go fight. That's the only way. Now the only thing when those people feel here from
let me tell you. You said they should go for revolution. May they carry OCC, and it's wrong. It's wrong here to tell them to carry OCC.
Yeah, that's true.
You can't do that.
Now, see, Elvis, if you look on the other way, and you don't feel blaming, it's in the pain.
No, I know.
You understand me?
I blame you. You can't do it here.
You know, it's the pain. I don't say. I know that you're supposed to do it there. Rules, I know that. I know it very, very well. I won't lie to you. I know that very, very well. Even was it yesterday or day for yesterday? Someone tries it. You know, and I know it very, very well. I know the rules. But today you cannot blame me. I was emotional about it. You know, it was painful. You know, I wasn't happy about the situation of that country.
Understand. You see the word you just used now. I cannot blame you. You were emotional and all that. YouTube don't understand those language.
I know that.
When they want to punish you, they don't understand those language. Please. They don't know what it means.
I know that.
They don't. If you use the word sorry, you are dead. They don't know what it means.
I just watch and see this, man.
That is the world that we are living.
No, see, Engineer Ken, sometimes you have to recognize that he has responsibility over the channel, and if you especially if he has corrected you over and over again, you have to take that into account, because you could damage other people's chances of coming here to listen and talk.
Who's talking?
I say ghost.
Alex, when I see they talk,
it's too Nigeria. It's too Nigeria.
You
the correct person.
I'm a very responsible person.
You know.
I'm very responsible. What are you talking about? I don't say people should go and carry anything.
We have a program in Benin that someone that stole bicycle is going to the army barrack to go and watch a thief that stole a car. Hello?
So who is next then?
So I mean, I'm not done yet. So I was
okay, go ahead.
I was corrected by the.
Okay, round up in 3 minutes.
Okay, thank you. My rounding up is this. If I use any harsh comment that I didn't supposed to use, I'm very, very sorry to YouTube. I'm really sorry, from the tip of my heart. I know the words I used was strong and tough. I didn't mean it in the other way around, because I was touched to see humans, passing through that. Because a lot of videos that we receive and we watch online, it was too dramatic. That if you are a truly human being that live in a civilized world, you will act that way and you will say that way. Where we live is not like that. So we want a betterment for our nation. So if anyone that has that power, to change the course of the narrative of our country, to change the Nigeria country to become a better nation, if you are hearing me right now, regardless about where you are, swing into action, change things. If you can stop them for them to stop stealing money in Africa, in Nigeria, bring it down to your country. If you can probe them, do so. do anything to make that country right. Because if you don't, very soon the thing is going to escalate down to where you are. You know, we have lost so many young men and women in the Red Sea, in the Black Sea, in the ocean of Libya, you know, down to Europe. So many lives have been taken in Agadez, you know, in the desert. So many young men and women, thousands, if I'm not be up to about millions, you know. So it's so bad. It's so bad that if you are a truly human being and if you are being created by God and you see this and you hear about it, people talk about it, you watch it live, you know, you will feel bad about it. Because whatever that we are doing right now, we are not doing it because that we don't have things to do or we don't have our own time. We are sacrificing our time, our moments, our family, our beds to sleep for this cause. Please, YouTube, I'm really sorry. For real, I'm really sorry. Ninja Watch is a very nice guy. He's a brother of mine.
Thank you, Engineer Ken. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Engineer Ken, thank you. I'm seeing Mr. Pansat. I'm also seeing Makeup in Time with Julia. So please, Mr. Pansat, let me quickly allow Makeup in Time with Julia. If you are there, please talk to us. Makeup in Time with Julia. Who is behind that name, that long name? Okay, Mr. Pansat, please talk to us in 10 minutes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Nigerian Watch, if you want to take over the show, let me know. Because I saw you coming up. Okay, talk to us.
Hello.
Sir.
Hello.
She's saying hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, Mr. Pansat, please hold on. It's like she's 13.
Can you hear me, everyone?
She's like 30 seconds behind us.
Loud and clear.
Hello.
Yeah, go on, man. Yeah.
Oh my God. No one can hear me. I can't hear
Loud
anyone.
and clear. We can hear you.
We can hear you loud and clear, man. Go on, go on. You have 10 minutes. In fact, 9 minutes now.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay. It's like you have to go out and come back.
But I can't hear anyone.
Let me use.
Hello, guys. Can you hear me?
Let me use Mr. Najawa's word.
We are hearing you.
Log in again, man.
Hello.
You having issues with your network?
I can't hear anyone. I don't know what is wrong with my phone.
Oh my God! I think I have to remove it. Oh, sorry, I cannot.
Hello?
I don't have that power. Mr. Pansat, please, can you talk to us now?
Okay, I think
Hello?
Elvis can hear.
Hello.
Hear. I don't know what he could do to help.
I can't hear anyone.
Loud and clear.
I'm sure they are responding to me, but I can't hear myself. I can't hear anyone. I can't hear.
Yeah,
Hello?
That's network problem. You have to. Okay, how do we get to this woman now?
After being here for 1 hour 30 minutes.
She's oh my God, our 30 minutes. Oh my!
I cannot.
He's even sweating.
Mr. Najawa, please.
It's too long.
Mr. Najawa, please come and remove her and bring her back.
Everybody mute yourself, please. Somebody is talking. Let's pay attention to the person who is talking. Make up in time, please. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Elvis. Can you remove makeup so she can come back in?
It's coming from somewhere.
Pansat is you.
Yes, I can hear you now. Hello.
Okay, go ahead, madam. Talk to us. Good evening to you.
Oh my God. Do I have to put the volume on the TV? I can't hear them.
But we can hear you. I can hear you, madam. We can hear you.
I just can't hear anything.
Why?
My phone is on. Oh my God. Been here for 2 hours, 12 minutes. I can't hear anything.
Okay.
I don't know what else I need to do.
Madam,
yeah, we can hear you. If you can't hear us, then you need to log out and come back again. Madam, you need to log out and come back again.
Say something.
If you can't hear us.
Hello?
Hello, we are hearing you.
What's wrong with the microphone?
Yes, it's your fault.
I have
on
the
speaker, not your microphone.
Come back again, madam.
Hello?
She can't hear you. Maybe
Look,
you can remove her.
I can see myself on the TV.
And then she'll come back in.
Oh my God.
Come back again, madam. Let me take
yourself on the TV. She
see this tune.
Please remove the woman and let her come in again.
Right. Are you sure this woman you did not offend
Tinubu supporter, as they say?
Hi, Cass.
Oh my God, man! Everybody's mad at about Tinubu. This is ridiculous.
Who's the next person
talking?
Alex?
It's my turn.
Mr. Pansat, please talk to us for 10 minutes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
That 10 minutes they give this, so I'll let you go do. So you
I don't know where he got 10 minutes from. That one.
Okay.
He's
He's the last person, man. He's the last person. We are done.
Okay.
Unless we'll just go around for 1 minute again.
No, you forgive
okay,
Mr.
Sir,
Pastor 1 minute.
Mr. Pansat, you have 9 minutes now, sir. 9 minutes and 25 seconds.
Engineer Ken, go wake up.
Am I not going to speak?
You will speak, man. Oh, sorry. I'll come back to you. Talk to us, sir.
Victoria, no come at that. Hey, no go at wahala unless you don't come at that Victoria.
I'll call her now. Miss Pansat, please
Move.
come on.
All right,
All right, Mr. Pastor,
I
go
don't
ahead,
think
sir.
I'll take the whole 10 minutes because I came on due to where we are in this stage we're in right now. Mr. Tunaija, some of my remarks are gonna be both what you've said here and what you said elsewhere. But I rounded up to say that it appears that you are serious about developing our country, which is a good thing. There's nothing wrong with developing our country. Like I said to you a couple of weeks ago, our dignity is not in our buildings or lights. We have to rescue our country. We've been through, the election is over now. But it's clear that they are not obeying the Constitution or the Electoral Act or the section, the clause 38 that's supposed to guide the election. Now, first of all, I want to know from you, do you agree that INEC is not going according to the guidelines, procedure and guideline that they put out there, and that they have not, or you agree with that? Do you agree that the election is flawed and the person who won the election, would you go that far? You don't have to go that far. Do you believe that the person who won the election got the mandate, they've taken it away from him and given it to somebody else?
I don't know that.
You don't? All right. So, but you do agree, though, that they're not following the guidelines?
Yes, that I know clearly.
Okay. So what is it that you disagree then with INEC? Do you disagree with INEC at all with the February 25th election?
Yes, I disagree with INEC with a lot of the things that they did.
All right. So now all our efforts and concentration is to correct that wrong. We don't care about developing the country for right now. When we're here, when I'm here, I speak for myself. I'm here to make sure that Tinubu and Shetima do not become the president and vice president of Nigeria, because that is not what the people decided on the 25th. However, there is a process to lodge that complaint, and our candidate is undergoing that process to go to court. So we can't then come out here and start conceding or trying to form alliances or make friends with those who are stealing our mandate. We can't. Anybody who's coming here to push such a thing, it's a joker. It's a joker.
But nobody is pushing alliances.
Hold on. There's no question pending. I'll be asking you some questions. I'll be asking you a question. I have about 7 minutes or so left, right? I'm saying that when we assemble here, we are trying to educate each other, encourage each other, as far as reclaiming that mandate. That's what the process we're here now for. Earlier, maybe 6 months ago, 3 months ago, we were talking about voting. So we have to get with the goddamn program. We're here to reclaim our mandate, not to concede. We didn't lose. Now, if you're not aware of what that clause 38, right? I will give it to you in what Latin call ipsissima verba. I'll read it for you exactly what it says. They are supposed to transmit that result from the polling unit electronically. The reason being that, and INEC was all over the place saying they used to rig the elections before, but don't worry, it's not going to happen again, because we're empowering the citizens. In that polling unit, you're going to know the result, and it's going to be uploaded from your polling unit. Therefore, nobody could change the results. It's going to be uploaded right there in almost in real time. So I bought into it, and I made a case on this platform. I said, look, INEC has the right body language. They're going to use the beavers. It's going to be uploaded, and then the polling agents for the parties are going to have a copy of it. Yeah, with that, it's iron tight. They cannot rig the election if they did that. It be co-signed by all the party agents. Now, if you don't do that, it's not like you're rigging the election. You're disrespecting us. It's a provocation.
Yeah, but from what you've just said, you fooled us.
Please, hold on. I'm giving you the facts. This is not my opinion.
They fooled us.
Pardon?
They fooled us because
okay, no, well, you can't,
because it's clear that even party agents can sell out.
Alex, Mr. Elvis, please, since you're awake, mute this guy if he's trying to interrupt me. I'm gonna ask you a question when I have a question. Don't agree with me by interrupting me. They cannot fool us. It's not a question of fooling anybody. It's a law.
You said that yourself. So
yeah, it's not something that doesn't have a cure. It has a cure. I said when I came first on this platform, I said, look, somebody could try to rig the election. That's fine. In many countries, they do all kinds of things to rig the election. But there's something that's unacceptable, which is you didn't rig the election, but you are taking the mandate from us in our koro in our face and say, what can you do? How many battalions do you have? That's what's going on. And that's unacceptable. They're not hiding it. They're not talking. They're not responding. And they're doing it in everything about the country, not just INEC. They do it in every part of our lives, which is a provocation. So the lawyers, they've made the case. In that clause, says upon completion of the polling unit voting and results procedures, the presiding officer shall, I, electronically transmit or transfer the result of the polling unit direct to the collation system. You have to do it. Now, on the 17th, this was tested in the courts. They sued INEC, and the judge ordered them. Let me see if I have the case number on that. It's FHC / AB like Baker, J like John / CS / 334 / 2023. They filed this case on the 15th, and then it was decided on the 17th of March. Now, this time for this Saturday's election, and a writ of mandamus was issued telling INEC to comply with that 37 and 38 of that guideline. The judge, Mr. Eguatu, ordered them to comply with that. Now, we're in a country where, okay, judge ordered them. They don't have to obey the law. So I know that the time is limited here, but the main thing I want you to understand too, Nigeria, and people who think like you, just because we are very, very slow, or just like many nations are very slow to anger, you could be provocation upon provocation. Nobody really is going to do anything. We just hope that we do the right thing at some point. But this is too much. There is no way we're going to sit there and have them take and put Tinubu there as the president. It's impossible. I want people who are obedient, those who are in Nigeria, and those who are on this platform. It's not just us.
So
There
your
are a lot
issue
of
is,
hold on,
let me
hold
clear
on,
this. Is your
hold on,
issue
hold.
the process or
You
the
asked me at
result?
the end.
Mr. Tunaja, hold on. Mr. Pastor,
But
please,
other people were able to
you have
interject
just
with
1
other
minute,
people now.
please.
Why is it
Yeah.
any
Okay.
different?
He
Yes,
said,
you let him just round up. He has 1 minute left.
yeah.
So you can
So
come in.
what I'm trying to tell Nigerians right now, those who are listening to me, my approach might be harsh here. I will try to control it. There are a lot of us. You have a lot of people. There are a lot of us in diaspora. We're not going to let it happen. Now, we have to go to the courts while we're planning. This is not a protesting. Now, there are those who are making the argument to go and protest. Yeah, there are many things some people should be protesting in Nigeria. Even Buhari himself should be protested upon what he's doing and what he's not doing. There are many provocations in Nigeria to protest. But on this one, we have to go to the end of the process. But I want to give you the good news the way I see it. We're winning. Don't worry, because this is not like trying to make you feel good. We have a Katrina Lang, who is the High Commissioner to Nigeria, who's gung-ho about the election. She loves it. She's congratulating Tinubu, but she's been removed. We have
Yes, just to support that, sir. Breaking news: I'm hearing that the UK has shut down visa application process in Lagos for security concerns. They've shut down everything about visa, in Lagos right now.
That's good for us, all right?
Yeah, continue, sir. Continue, sir. Mr. Pastor, please round up.
Where it comes down to
This is good for us because they did their deed already. So that's it.
They did their deed already.
I think they are coming down on that woman for what she did.
I mean, it's
I'm not
obvious.
sure.
It's
It's very obvious.
It's all game plan. It's a game plan.
Okay.
They are wrecking our country, and you are just.
Let me just land. Let me land, because the only thing that really counts is what the Biden administration does in this case.
Sure.
Because they have always in the past synchronized their activity with the British, whereby Britain says it's a good congratulations, and they will do the same. They haven't done it in this case. So now we have to galvanize, because we have the country, people inside Nigeria cannot save this situation. It has to be done from outside. Let's face it. This is where it has to come from. We have to do everything possible to get this administration to be bold and to act. There are a lot of Nigerians here in the United States. This is a very clear case. This is very, very clear. Now, because this is not my platform, and I understand the sensibility of discussing the groups.
Thank you, Mr. Parker.
I'm stay
Thank you
away
so much.
from it. All right. But I hope you come back to me again, because I still have a few things that I want to say that's important.
Thank you. Of course, I'll come back to you, sir.
All right. Thank you very much. I think
Thank
Tunaja
you.
had a question for me. What is it, Tunaja?
Yes. I will come back to him. Somebody has been waiting. Madam Victoria Ade, please talk to us.
Okay, before Madam Victoria, let me quickly acknowledge Jade Singleton. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate you. Thanks for coming through to this channel. Here we are fighting how we can have a better Nigeria from this satanic government in Nigeria. Yes, I'm so happy that you choose to come here today. Thank you very much, and we'll be looking forward to have you on the panel one of these days. Thank you very much. God bless you. And I'll come to you, Alex. The information that you passed earlier on, you should know the rules of this platform, Alex. You don't just pass information like that without not talking about the source. In case of next time, I beg, please.
You're
don't
okay.
just say there's a breaking news. We don't work with breaking news. You must put the source as well, so that people will know where we get it from. Because if you got it from a blogger and maybe it's not real, because a lot of
it's Vanguard. Vanguard, March 17th. 6 p.m. March 17th.
Yeah, but next time you just attach the source to it. Thank you.
Okay. Right. My sincere apology on that. It was extempo and impromptu.
All right then, Madam Victoria, talk to us, Madam.
Victoria, please.
And it's not even breaking news. 17th of March. Come on, man.
Oh my God. What you have done to us is unfair. Everybody's going gaga. Anyway, I've just been listening to everybody. Me, I'm trying to recover because I'm still in a state of shock. So I'm not really feeling well. But anyway.
Madam, you took a lot of water. I think that will help.
I've been drinking a lot of water. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't know. I think our hope now is on the Supreme Court, which I strongly believe also that Tinubu bought over. Like I was saying, I don't know if there is a way or we're gonna be able to write petitions. We need some kind of interventions. I think someone said nobody can come from the outside to help us out. But everybody is crying. I know in Plateau State a PDP won, but the whole state is in jubilation. Jubilation. If that was Peter Obi's win, I think the whole Nigeria will be in jubilation like that. In fact, the whole world will be jubilating. And I don't know the rate at which this do or die affair is going. I'm not sure what's going to be the end point. So what we're going to do is, if we have an external body that can come and help intervene in this matter, in the Lagos election, I know Gbadebo said he's going to fight it, but fight with who? They, from top to bottom, they control everything. So I don't understand. And our principal, Your Excellency, I don't know. He said he has connections, he knows people. I have faith in him. When he speak, it gives me reassurance. But sometimes I'm a little bit skeptical because these people are dangerous. They are criminals. And if you don't have a criminal intent, if you don't have a criminal mind, Yoruba will say, "Ole lo mese ole ito." It takes a criminal to trail a criminal, right? And if he's not a criminal minded person, and I don't think Mr. Obi knows how to play hardball. And I said this earlier that his legal teams, I think I used the wrong example by saying someone like Dino. Maybe I should have used someone like Rufai. He needs someone. They don't need someone that is meek and easygoing. People like that, criminals easily overpower them. Not that they are right, but because of their aggressiveness, they seem to outshine them. So you really need some people that are firm, that are really. You guys think I'm not making sense, but it is the truth. I mean, I've been to court so many times, not because I had cases, but because I have a lot of lawyers in the family back in Nigeria. So I have actually witnessed a lot of proceedings. So, but we just have to to me, it's two things. Either we have a higher power in terms of authorities and governments and establishment. Thank God for Biden. I know, unless if Biden did not watch the election, he will never call. Because Biden is an upright man all the way to the core. And he is a middle class person. He is for the people. So he will never call Tinubu. Never call Tinubu. That I know. Because Biden will ride the train. He takes the train. When he's leaving White House to his hometown, he takes the train. because he believes he has to experience what his people are experiencing. And he's been there, done that. He's been through divorce, he's been through accidents, he's lost people, he's been through poverty, so he knows it all. He will never cut Tinubu. I know that for a fact. Now, but the thing is, we need a higher body to intervene, because Supreme Court is bought by Tinubu. Now, we learned now that it was Tinubu that hired Mahmoud. What do we expect? You know, who is Gbadebo going to complain to? Who Gbadebo put people there to watch the vote? They were there watching people carry the box, the voters' box, everything disappear. We are helpless. They are helpless. We learned that Sanwo-Olu released criminals on one condition, to do that job for him. You know, a day or two before the election. So it's beyond any individual in that country. Peter Obi said he knows people in the right places. Maybe it is time to seek, some external intervention. That's number one. Or, like I kept saying it, I've been saying this, it's not my choice, but it's just an alternative. Like we read in the Bible, let my people go. If we are not going to honor them, respect them, and and entertain them if you are not welcome somewhere, then you take your leave. You cannot tell me I'm not welcome in your place, and you would not still let me go. I mean, to me, it's unfair. I'm about fairness. I don't care who really is the president of Nigeria. If Tinubu got it through an excellence due procedure, hey, to your tent, or Israel. But I just don't like cheating. And with the truth, anywhere, any side the truth falls on, that side I will be, regardless of who is involved. So that is my take here. I don't believe we have what it takes in Nigeria to solve this situation without United Nations or someone else coming to intervene in this. Or maybe United States taking a sanction, like somebody just said that United Kingdom already stopped visa entry to the UK. Some things like that. But because of Nigeria oil, a lot of places cannot really truly cut off. So it's very, very dicey. And if that plan A cannot work, the next thing is, let there be APC country and the rest of the country. Or let people go. I think we should just start advocating for that. In the absence of solutions to the present predicament, we should just advocate that people go. I think that's what I have to say. I know it's very tough. I invested a lot in Nigeria. I really want Nigeria to work. But my investment does not worth my life. Because if I have my life, I can make more. I can do more. I can invest in other things. And I don't want people to die. I don't want people to keep dying.
Sorry, you have 1 minute now to round up. Thank you.
So I cry when I see a destiny wasted. I don't want people to fight for freedom, revolution. Yes, revolution. If we have fair government, if we have fair authority, if the Supreme Court is fair and just system, yes, we carry ourselves to court. But when the court is already bought over, I mean, may God help us. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Please, if you are not talking, please mute yourself, please. The noise is coming. Mr. Najawash, are you there? You want to take over now, or we should do a 1 minute and close? A 1 minute.
Yes. Yes. Let's do 1 minute round so that we can round up.
But I
You
didn't
have
have
done a
my own 10
marvelous
minutes
job
to
today,
talk.
Alex.
I didn't have my 10 minutes to talk because I was moderating.
No. Now you go talk last now. Or you want to talk now?
Because yes, I will talk for 11 minutes. So let the first person speak now, Mr. Tunaja. It's your day. So Mr. Tunaja, carry on now. You have 1 minute.
You try to keep
I'm
me as
still
far
going to
away
have
as far
another
away
1
from
minute.
you
So
as
I'm going to
possible.
have
So
another 1 minute.
Yes. Everybody, yes. Tunaja, start your 1 minute now.
yeah, the guy is scared now.
Final
He tries to
submission.
keep me as far away from me and from himself as possible.
Final submission.
Everybody would have forgotten about me by the time he speaks.
Your time start now. You have
So
30 seconds left.
like I said, we need to empower ourselves, and we need to take the bull by the horn. If we want to change stuff, we can't keep expecting other people to save us. We have to save ourselves, get organized, get empowered, and then you own the system, and you can determine what happens in it. And if we mean well for our people, that is what is going to happen. Thank you.
Okay, nice one. Mr. Midwest people, can you talk to us?
Yeah. What I want to say is this: people should not say my words like people should not be offended. You know, a mandate has been stolen, and you have to look at other world power. When Trump lost the election, he was not convinced. He believed it was stolen. What did he do? He have to stay aside as an opposition. Peter Obi can do that, but at the same time, the legal approach, we don't have trust over the judiciary system, as that woman has just said. And I also said revolution is not possible. We are not united enough because tribalism is so rooted and deep in our blood. And again, if we say we want to separate, where are we separating to which nation? These are questions we need to ask. Those who have divided us to all these so-called states on our behalf have done a terrible harm to us. All I want to say, if the court give it to Tinubu, we cannot also just relent because we were not part of him, that we will not go there and also tell him, look, my dear, we're
Thank
with
you very
you,
much.
but don't be ignorant.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Midwest. So you're having issues with your network.
Of your own people are coming to suffer if you.
Okay, it's like Peter Obi's power is fighting your network. Anyways, let's move to Mr. Majid. Mr. Majid, are you there? Okay, Mr. Majid is not there.
Are you there? I'm here. Anytime I come
okay.
Mr. Majid is not there. Listen,
Okay, 1 minute, please.
Okay. Yeah. Can you hear me? Okay, 1 minute, please. Okay. For me, I think what we need to do in Nigeria is to find a way to flush all those men out, if it is possible. But if it is not possible, we should keep pushing because Nigeria have to get better. We can't leave our children. We can't leave those things that is happening to our children. Now, if you have an Igbo mother in Yoruba land, you're not a full-time Yoruba. So when you see where this thing is getting to, it's going to be, it's not now. What they are doing now is not now. It's going to have bad effect on our children, not even we, because already we are suffering it. So if this thing continue like this, there won't be Nigeria. The reason why there is Nigeria is because some people are just, some people are just keeping quiet, even when they push them hard they decide to keep quiet. But there's a way you push them to the end of the war, and they can't take it anymore, and they will retaliate. Let's remember what caused the civil war first time. That was the level of the level of impunity that happened. That was what led to civil war before. So don't let those politicians don't push people too hard. That's what I would say. Let them not push us too hard.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Madam Rita, are you there, please? 1 minute.
Yeah, I'm here. I don't have much to say, other than the fact that there's nothing like alliance with the devils. That shouldn't be something that should even come in anybody's thoughts. That's my suggestion. There's nothing like that. If we need to align with anybody or to have allies. We have to get people that in tandem with what our aspirations, are for Nigeria. So if anybody is saying we should align with this um, dark people, when I mean dark, I mean it dark in the spiritual sense, dark people, I do not agree with it. And we should take out that mindset of always conceding every 4 years. We concede and we say, okay, we leave it for God. That is kind of backward way of thinking. So whatever it is that we need to do, I think we just need to get ourselves together, make a plan B and a plan C on how to get these people out. But I still have hope that Peter the Rock will be declared the winner. I don't know. There's just something that's just going on now. And I think God is just letting all of us, open our eyes and see that what you see is not what is really going on. So let's stay positive.
Thank you.
Let us not relent or feel
Thank
down
you,
because
Madam
of
Rita.
what's going on now. Be positive. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Agina, can you
Night.
please talk to us? 1 minute.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Alex. You've done very well today. My submission will be this. Nigerians, I didn't ask anyone to pick up a weapon and start killing. Please don't do that, because these people are very far to reach. But we have a weapon. Our weapon is our mouth. We have to keep on speaking. We'll keep on talking about it. And if Nigeria people can go into 2 days fasting and pray that God Almighty should touch the heart of those judges, that when they are sleeping, they should be dreaming, seeing Nigerian people chasing them in a dream, so that they should speak well and they should honor the truth. They should not be cajoled with the money from APC government. Because the other day I heard that Atiku have just back out. For Atiku to back out, he's been paid. I strongly believe on my own that he was settled by Tinubu government. And I also believe that maybe Obi has been called for settlement, but he refused that he wants to go to court. And we all know that the judges and all of them belongs to APC.
Thank you. Thank you,
But there's
Engineer
nothing
Ken.
God cannot do. Let's keep on
Thank you.
praying,
Thank you.
and mercy should flow. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Pansat, please talk to us in 1 minute, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Like Engineer Ken said, you're doing a fantastic job, Mr. Alex. So basically, like Madam Rita said, there's no issue of forming any kind of alliance with the people who are behind Tinubu. They're not the kind of people that will hold on to any agreement anyway. They're in power for power's sake, like Buhari. So besides, we're not there. When people are talking on a platform or anywhere on TV, or even when you're doing anything, there has to be an audience. Who are you talking to when you're advising people not to pursue the right to go to court and get redress? You're not obviously advising people like Patutomi and P2B and those people who fought hard and worked very hard for the Nigerian people to give up. They're not going to listen to that nonsense, right? So if you're addressing us or Nigerians, it's either you're trying to console us, give us cogent reason that makes sense. We're in the middle of a battle. Maybe we lost a battle here. We're in the middle of a war. It's not going to be easy to take power from these people. But they overdid it because we had perfect candidates for both president and vice president. That's rivals the best anywhere in the world. We had the standard, good people, near perfect. So it's going to be very hard to rig the election because many people went out there and voted. As you could see, they didn't vote for, I guess, the governors or whatever. For the presidency, a lot of people came out and exercised their right to vote. We had people come and watch that election.
Thank you, sir.
Let me conclude by saying that, they've rendered their verdict on that. They said the election did not pass muster. It didn't reach. Nobody who has any brain said that it met the expectations of Nigerians. So right now, we have to go the whole hog. We're not going to be assembling a bunch of people to come here to tell us to give up. Whereas we're very, very far away from it. This thing just started, and we're going to reclaim that mandate from the courts. I believe that the courts will do the right thing. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Victoria Ade, please, can you talk to us in 1 minute?
I can. I have a question. You know, here in the States, we are all licensed to carry weapon. Why such thing is not existing in Nigeria? Can anybody please explain to me?
From my little I know.
Yes, they give license to carry a double barrel.
Yes, for those who are doing hunting business.
Yeah, but the short answer is that
even
they
without
want
a hunting business,
they
if you
want
have a house
exclusivity to
residence,
violence. That's it.
you can carry.
That's the short answer.
They give you license for double barrel.
That's why they
Double
don't even
barrel.
want state police because.
Okay, why are they allowing Fulani to carry AK-47 and they don't allow that?
Can I come in?
Question. You see. Let me
I
tell you guys.
Because you see, the reason I ask is because if everybody have the license to carry, like we do, and like I do, I think all this violence in the streets will be minimized because everybody have something on themselves.
Sure.
So, I mean, there's a lot of advancement that needs to come to that country. There's too much power to a set of people. It's too much power. That is why here in the States, people don't. Things do happen, you know, all over the world, but it's not as crazy because you don't even know if your neighbor also is carrying something. So everybody behave themselves.
Yeah, thank you very much, man. Thank you so much. We have 3 people just joining us. I will give all of you 1 minute. Let me start from
Mr. Alex. Can I say something real quick, please?
Yes, I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you, sir. Give us our mandate. Please talk to us in 1 minute, please. If you are there. Give us our mandate.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. So surprised to see that everyone is still here tonight. I mean, this matter is so serious. And so it's serious to the point that we can still be hope for those in Nigeria and then those in the US till around after 9. And so that's the reason why we should not form any alliance with anybody, but rather go all out and get back this mandate. Light and darkness cannot coexist. Do you realize that Sanwo-Olu just increased civil servants' pay by 20% is on punch today? So he did that probably to cool the temper of people. At least what you guys are fighting for, I'm giving you. So if they know all of this before now, why don't do it? This is just medicine after death. Hopefully the people of Lagos State will be wise to understand that this is just a way to tell you not to go do what you have to do to get the mandate back. It's giving 20% increment in salary when they are taking trillions and to their families. When Alpha Beta is owned by somebody, Lekki Tollgate is owned by an individual, and they're just giving you many increments on salary. Lagosians, don't be fooled. Nigerians, don't be fooled. It's just exposing what they have in plan now. And this may be a tactic to probably dissuade the people from coming out to fight for their mandate. These guys are criminals. They have all of this in plan before now. This is a criminal activity. And that's why Gbadebo should not call him, should not concede. International body is watching. They knew all that happened in Lagos State on Saturday. And so this election is a sham, must be cancelled.
Thank you
Everything
very
has to
much,
be
sir.
cancelled and be done again. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Let me go to One Love. One Love,
Thank
please
you,
talk to us
guys.
for 1 minute.
Thank you, guys, for your contribution for the progress of Nigeria. Thank you for all you do. I've been watching you guys. I just wanted to say that I pretty much concur with what Midwest and Victoria Ade said. I think we can be united and cause a revolution to get what we want. But the issue is some of us are not fully united because of the tribe. When you look at what happened in Hensas, it was possible because it affected everybody, Yoruba, Igbo, Edo, Hausa, because the police was brutalizing everybody. That's the reason why NSAS had so much unity and they were able to do what they did. But now, Buhari is not our problem. Sanwo-Olu is not our problem. All the governors are not our problem. Do you know what our problem is? Guys like you and me who are on the street that are being used by politicians that are carrying weapons to terrorize people at the polling units because they gave them some money, some cent or some dollars. You know, guys who are just walking on the street, who are backstabbing the common people because they got some money. Those are the real problems that we have. Because if they don't use these guys, they are not going to be able to deal with us. They are not going to be able to fulfill what they are doing. So I think if we can be united, that's the only way we can fight these politicians. But I see it appears it's going to be difficult because you have people out there on the street that are actually fighting against us. But they forgot that we're actually fighting for their own future. I just hope they realize it so we can come together. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. Jordan?
Hello, guys. Good evening, everybody.
Hey, Jude, long time.
Hey.
Welcome.
Thank you, my brother. Yeah, I want to thank you guys. I've been listening, off and on, and then for all that has been going on since morning on the platform and the wonderful contributions. I thank everybody who has contributed on how to retrieve this mandate. To me, this mandate is something that is that there's just no two ways about it. We just have to retrieve it. Especially, I want to talk especially to those who love Nigeria to still remain as one country. I want you to see this mandate, the need to retrieve this mandate as something that has to be done and as something that is not just about for P2B, okay? Because I have seen in some groups, people saying, oh, they are doing OBF, trying some Yoruba brothers or sisters saying that, oh, they are trying to do Obi a favor by supporting him. This is not about Obi. This is about our country. This is about our future. This is about liberating ourselves from these oppressors who are oppressing us. They have been using tribe for so long to divide us, while they continue to cash out on the enmity they create between us. They continue to enrich themselves and their families. And then we continue to log ahead with each other for nothing, while we leave our common enemies, which are the politicians, which cut across every ethnic divide, be it Igbo, be it Yoruba, be it Hausa, be it Do, be it Efi, wherever. Those are our enemies. Those politicians from all over Nigeria, they are the enemies of Nigeria. And I want everybody to see it at that, so that we can be able to fight together and retrieve this mandate. Not people like all these paid people like Kulata. One man go to more. I have to mention this.
Hello. It's like we lost you there. You're having signal issues.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I mistakenly touched my mute. So what I'm saying is that we should not listen to these people that are some of these people on this platform. I have to mention this, like Kulata and one man go to more.
Yeah. But we don't
that are
mention names here. But just continue,
spewing out.
please.
No, I need to call them out, because we need to be calling people out, okay, that are spewing out hate and poisoning people's mind. Not to
Thank you so much. Thank you.
figures.
Thank you so much for your wonderful submission. Engineer Ken, you have 30 seconds. Hello, Engineer
Yes,
Ken, are you there?
I'm here. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. What I have just to say, I wanted to reply that lady that spoke about weapons if they don't give license. You see, the problem is this: we from the southwest, southeast, and south, it is our governors that has that problem. They don't want to make that license to be available to everybody. In the north, you see them carrying weapons left and right. Then it's allowed. But when they come to the south and southwest, southeast, they'll still carry the same weapon. The police don't arrest them. But if a policeman should see you with a knife, a kitchen knife, he will lock you up. But he will see a full animal with AK-47. He would turn his eyes. He would turn his back to it. You see, these are the problem we have in that country. So I believe that by special grace of God, that the judgment is going to be on our favor.
Thank
That
you.
is
Thank
my
you, sir.
belief.
Thank
But
you.
if we should go on the other way, we have to keep on praying for Nigeria, because it will not
Thank
be
you.
easy.
Thank you,
Mr.
Engineer
Alex.
Ken.
You did very
Thank
well.
you. Loco P, you're just joining us. We are rounding up now. Please talk to us for 1 minute. Loco P.
Yeah, I can hear you now. How you doing, guys?
Yes, you have 1 minute, please. We are
Okay.
closing now.
Nice one, nice one. I just want to say something to you, right? You see, to beat these guys, I know it's not going to be an easy task, but I think we should also keep the fire burning. When I see people saying they lost hope, that they've thrown away their PVCs, I think this is just an act of you being a loser. I mean, you fight one, you lose doesn't mean you're not going to win tomorrow. So that's what they want. You are playing into their card. So we should allow you people to use please use a platform, right, and synthesize people, push that fire, that burning spirit that we had, when we voted for Peter Obi. Let's still keep that spirit and use it against these lower government officials, whether in the House of Assembly or governors. Let's show them that we can still do it, because now most of them are happy now that what would I call it? Like we've given up. You can see people playing football on the street the day they were voting. So that doesn't really tell way for the movement. It discourage other people too. So please, you push, use a bigger platform. Spread the news that they should keep this fire burning. Nobody should lose hope. Nobody should throw away their PVCs. You understand? We need it to teach people a lesson. You understand? So please,
Local P, do you remember who directed you to this platform? Do you remember?
Why are you asking, sorry?
You remember that I directed you to this platform?
Who's speaking right now?
Pansat.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. That's true. It's true. Yeah, correct.
I hope you found it. Okay. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry for interrupting you.
Yeah, you understand. So please, right?
You have 20 seconds to round up, sir.
Okay, no problem. So please, we should keep this fire, right? Please use your platform, okay? All the platforms, whatever platform that is into this mantra, please use it and garner much strength, and let's teach people a lesson. That is the only way. And one thing too, for this tribal whatever nonsense, you understand, the people that are reacting to it, to me, I think they are the most foolish ones. Somebody will tell you something that doesn't make sense, that you are not from here, and you are reacting. Can't you just sit to them and school the person? Teach them, just school them because they don't know, they're misled. You can teach them, sit them down, teach them, school them, show them the right path. By the time you get angry and you start fighting with them, who are you helping? You cause more chaos. You understand? You school them, teach them, let them go back to their history. You understand? Tell them how these things work.
So
This is
much.
politics.
Thank
It's a
you.
chess game. Let's beat them in that chess game, please, all right?
Thank you.
Please.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you, guys. We've all hit the nail. And
Alex, can you allow me for 20 or 30 seconds just to say something?
who's talking, please?
Give us a mandate.
Okay, please do that. 20 seconds, as you said.
To someone saying that Buhari or these guys are not a problem, they are the problem, not the people on the streets. They turned those people to touts, they just use poverty against the people, and then so that they can use them. Same thing in the north. So Buhari and all of these wicked leaders are the problem of Nigeria, not the common man.
Thank you. Yeah, we've all spoken well. We may not 100% agree with each other. I want to use my time before I call the owner of the platform to come in. I want to use my 10 minutes and my 1 minute too. I've been busy moderating. I didn't have time to talk. Yes. First of all, I want to say there is a fundamental memory problem with most Nigerian people. I notice it. It's my observation, minus me, because I don't fall into that group. We have a very, very short memory, syndrome disease. I don't know how to put it. It's a disease. We forget so quickly. It baffles me how we forget so quickly. How this government have been ravaging the country with insecurity, orchestrated by themselves for 7 good years. With the last 4 or 5 years, it's been terrible. It's been horrible. How this federal government of APC, Buhari and Osibajo government organized kidnapping. How can you kidnap a whole railway line? A railway line is like a house. It's like a 6 flats or 12 flats. You can't kidnap a whole railway line if the government is not involved, for God's sake. And for 4 months, the victims were in a certain location, not far away from the capital territory, from the highest seat of the land. 6 billion naira were used. People were murdered in cold blood. Families were buying back their loved ones from slavery. These are the work of senators and presidents. Who else can do that, can pull that stunt? You're not nobody is stupid. What is wrong with Nigerians? You forgot how so soon a bag of rice was 12,000 in 2015. Now it's almost 60,000. ASU strike for 8 months. Our young people just forget. Not all of them, I said most. It's crazy how people forget so soon. That this government have been collaborating with governors, with the Supreme Court to bring in governors that they just like. A governor was number 3 or number 4. He became number 1 through the corrupt Supreme Court, just to further carry on the killings going on. There's an agenda, guys, for me. Something is going on. Something really bad. Like somebody said, they are pregnant with an evil child. We should never allow them to give birth to this child. Somebody is behind the curtain, coming to unleash mayhem that we've never seen. He's coming to tell us, like Rehoboam said, my father ruled you with whips. I'm going to rule you with scorpion. How did APC win this election? How? Who will open his eyes and vote for APC? This is why America is hungry. Even if I don't believe America can save us, but their body language can help our cause. We have a big problem with ourselves. And some of us still campaign for this same party. We still campaign, we forget so soon. Oh my God. I don't know. We forget the bad roads. We forget how monkeys and snakes were swallowing money in different parastatals. We forget how Buhari parked our private jets in London, our presidential jets in London for 8 months. Oh, goodness. I don't know. It's a big problem. Ojuku said, fighting for Nigeria is a very big problem. He said, I'm not sure anybody can lead that war again. I'm a student of history. I read a lot. I'm not perfect. But guys, Nigerians have big problem. When you try to help them, they'll start fighting you. Before you know it, they turn their eyes on the opposite side. Just 1 minute, we are already turning our back on Peter Obi. Tell him to make alliance. Tell him to forget. Leave it for God. Really? Broad daylight, a drug baron, Escobar is your president. It's a disgrace for US and European Union to call a drug baron. If you know how the world frowns at drug barons. Noriega of Panama was picked up from his bathroom on drug charges. President of Panama. He was picked up on drug charges. You can argue with your computer. I'm too sensitive politically and historically to be brainwashed. Not me. I'm like a censor. If you talk to me, I've got a clip to show you. Any part of me you touch. Because I read, I update myself. How do we forget the devils who are in power? How they've marginalized the eastern part of the country. Look at the public show of disgrace in Lagos. We are still discussing tribalism when nations are built. Do you think French is the only language they were speaking in France at the time? They have more than 50 languages. Go and check. They adopted French as their lingua franca so they can develop. So are other countries in Europe. We are still discussing ethnicity when an Indian man is the prime minister of UK, when a Pakistani is the mayor of London, and we go there, we even live there. Please, Nigeria, we the citizens have our own problems. The leaders are wicked, they are devilish. They've made up their minds to make sure their children get the best education, but to make sure most Nigerians become thugs to them. We made up our minds also to serve them as puppets.
His stomach
until we wake up.
sir.
Yes,
they gotta eat though. They have to eat. You know.
Yes,
I don't blame
what can
them.
I say, my
I'm
brother?
not encouraging that kind of behavior, but I mean, there's a cause and effect.
Yes, you are right. You are right. I cannot condemn you. Everything is welcome now. Anything that can bring a solution for me. I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you I know it all. I still have like 4 minutes to talk. I'm not telling you I know it all, but I'm just telling you the way I feel. I may be wrong. I may be right, but it's left to your conscience. That's all I'm saying. I noticed we got memory problem here. You can just finish killing a Nigerian person's brother today. In a 1 week time, call him and offer him $1 million. He has forgotten. He has betrayed his brother's blood. Not all of them.
That's what Sonwoku did. That's what he did. He paid those people.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what I observed. You cannot close my mouth
because you are greedy. He will succeed because you are greedy. That's how he succeed. If he gives you and you refuse, will he succeed? No.
So I mean, they gotta eat. Like, you guys know there's poverty in our country.
No,
like,
wait. This you gotta eat. Listen, my brother. Gotta eat. Listen, there are times you don't feel like eating food anymore, even when you are very hungry.
It's greed. Don't tell me that it's food. It's not poverty.
It's not about food. There's a difference between
I'm not encouraging that. I'm not encouraging the behavior, but listen, people. They created what they're using to exploit us. We're saying the same thing, sir. We're saying the same thing.
Okay,
they
you are right.
What they're using to exploit all of us, because those guys that they employed, how much they give them? 3,000, 4,000 to go do all that rubbish. There's some people that the system has failed and left with no options on purpose.
They should.
Yes, but those are the ones we are fighting for. But they fight against us during elections at polling units. What do we do?
They should learn.
What do we do now?
If there was
law, do we continue like this on this vicious cycle, political vicious cycle? This economic vicious cycle of my own brother that I'm fighting for every day on Nigeria Watch, on different platform, mainstream media, platforms. On election day, he comes with a cutlass to try to cut me because one lunatic gave him 5,000 naira. That is
people, we have to school them and let them understand how long.
That is why. Listen, I'm not a violent person. That is why you see during a revolution or some, what will I call, some democratic military takeovers that lead to development, many people are being slaughtered. I mean, it's not right to use such words. Many people are being
Yeah,
wiped
I
out.
mean, during the listen, the countries that all of us are running to, I don't know where you guys are, but I'm
I'm in Benin. I'm in Benin City here.
Oh,
Me.
that's good, sir. I'm in the US, but people, the reason why we're running and flocking to these countries, somebody paid for the freedom they're enjoying in all
Yes,
this.
my brother, you are right.
The problem with us, because nobody has fought for our freedom. My brother, what generation fought for our freedom? Can you tell me? They oppressed our grandfathers, they oppressed our fathers, and they oppressed.
I can tell you, a generation fought, but it was not enough. Can I tell you?
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't say that. Let me rephrase that.
Yeah.
Let me
Okay.
rephrase that. It was not successful. The
Yes.
main point is
No, Alex, please tell us the generation of fought.
Yeah, I even like to, no, I know
in 1929, about women, our women rose up. The about women riots that led to many lives were lost. It was a riot that became a bloody bloodbath against the colonial powers over double taxation, meaning you cannot tax my husband and tax me. And the British colonial police were beating these women up, and they rose up. They fought them. Some of the British colonial police lost their lives, and the women lost their lives. But that law was abolished. About women riot, the famous about women riot. But our men could not build on that. They couldn't build on that. They still carried on the British legacy police system. Is what we still have today, oppressing. The symbol you have on your police uniform, that circle, that there is a big, what's it called? A big elephant inside. Yeah, that animal is being circled. It's a sign of oppression. Go to British Museum and read about these things. You'll be shocked. So that's something else. I believe we got our independence on the platter of gold because with pen and paper, because British did not see that we had oil. They found oil in 1956. That in the Olobiri, they thought it was just a small quantity. They didn't know. If not, what happened in South Africa would have been a rehearsal compared to what British would have done in Nigeria. They didn't know. It was too late. They already signed all the papers as of 1960. But by the time they found out the quantity, a president in Nigeria once said, we have money, we don't know how to spend it. Was it Gowon or Shagari? Please, somebody correct me. So Nigerian leadership has always been the problem. We have a set of dumb, I'm sorry to say, dumb people. They've been so dumb. During the Civil War, Ojukwu was the only graduate in the military. The British also have to call Gowon, who was a 29-year-old or 31-year-old permanent holder, to go and meet Awolowo in prison to ask for his help to defeat the Biafrans. The Biafrans were leading the war. They were leading at the time. That's why they had to go to Aburi in Ghana to go and agree on the confederation, which Ojukwu gladly received. Gowon did not know the meaning of confederation. The man did not know. British told him, you are a fool. You've given them what they want. Confederation is a stronger region and a weak center, which everybody agreed. Ojukwu Research was doing a recording. They didn't know because they didn't allow anybody to take anything to the conference. Go and watch the video. So, why am I saying this? We've always had dumb skull leaders. That's how they continue the war instead of stopping the war or against the Aburi Conference Agreement to have a confederation. That's what is going to help us. That's what we call regional governments today, regions with a loose center to just perform ceremonial duties of receiving visitors and other things, decorating streets and so on and so forth. So right now, we've never, Obasanjo, when he became a president in 1977, the late Queen said a mechanic. He was a mechanic in the military, having equivalent to OND. A mechanic has become Nigeria's president. She was laughing and drinking tea in Buckingham Palace, mocking Nigerian military head of state. A mechanic. Has there ever been a time we had good set of leaders? They never allowed them to get there. Even when they are there, they become corrupted. I'm sorry, we are diving into history. This is my own feed. So please, let me round up. I have 1 minute more. Thank you, guys. Okay, please ask me. Thank you.
I have a
Please
question
ask
for
me.
you. Does
Yes.
I mean, do you have to be educated to be a good leader?
Okay,
because if you look at,
okay. You are right. You are right. But can I answer you?
Okay.
Can I answer you?
Yes, go for
Can
it.
I answer you, or you want to continue talking?
One love. Hold on. One love. What do you mean education? What do you mean
No,
education?
because he's talking
Can
about
I answer you?
about a mechanic. Like if you look at
Yeah,
Goodluck Jonathan,
a mechanic is educated. Mechanic is educated.
That's what I'm
Okay.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
Can I answer you now in my own way, please? Will you allow me?
Yeah, go ahead.
The world is evolving. All right. Our great kings of old did not require Western education to become great leaders. But the world is changing now. If you look at what Nelson Mandela did, he did it because he was a lawyer convinced of certain things based on books he has read. What made Sankara was because when he was schooling in Madagascar, he saw farmers rose up and they caused a revolution and they took over government. Madagascar is one of the best countries in the world today. Sankara's legacy in Burkina Faso is still being celebrated today. So for me, you need modern, educated, and convinced people with conviction, with the political will, people with passion who want to serve. That is how I see it. If not, South Africa won't be where they are today with the fight of Nelson Mandela, who was a lawyer. The first black man to grace the White House of America was a lawyer, Barack Obama. It's never happened. He fulfilled the dream of Martin Luther King Jr. So you cannot totally rule out education, even if we know that wisdom comes from God. The mechanic that became Nigeria president, where has it led us to? Is he not the one that saw all this seed of rigging and election brutality? Obasanjo's regime had its own achievement, but he taught, these are his boys. He taught all these people you are seeing today how to rig elections. That is why nobody listened to him when he spoke against the way this one was conducted. They asked him to shut up because he sowed all this seed. The seed has germinated and they've become trees. They're even becoming forests. Who told you a tree can't make a forest? Go and ask, those who are rigging these things. They learned it from the master, Obasanjo. Because he was a mechanic. He didn't go to school. Why did he go back to school later? Why did he advocate schooling now? He told George Weah of Liberia when he contested the first elections. He said, go back to school and I will teach you how to win elections. George Weah went back to US and went back to school. He wanted to cause trouble. 5 years later, he came back. Obasanjo said, no, you can go and contest. And he won. So education cannot be totally ruled out. But there are corrupted, educated people too. You need people who are passionate, people with the political will, people who are selfless, people like Ojukwu. Ojukwu was history graduate, the first one that ever graced our military. He was having a passion to rescue his people from what we are suffering today. He saw today 70 years ago. He saw it in the 50s. He saw it. His father died because of Ojukwu's parts to save his people. I can't blame him today. I can't blame Nnamdi Kanu. I can't blame Sunday Igboho. I can't blame Catalonia for trying to leave from Spain. I can't blame Scotland from trying to leave from the UK. I can't. How are you treating them? You don't get married by force. You cannot drag people on their neck by force to follow you. You have to respect their choices. It comes from the point of education. When you don't have educated people in leadership, you have animals in power, like what they are doing, disgracing themselves to the whole world. How do they become professors in Nigeria? You must question the process. You can just give any school money, they make you a professor. So look at what they just did. Buhari is not educated. He said his certificate was burnt during Abacha government. We don't know how they become what they say they are. My government in Edo State, he had a certificate problem. We are seeing the catastrophe we are in Edo State. Oshomole had a certificate problem. He burnt down a whole full ministry of education to prevent investigation. Can somebody who went to school do that? So it varies, my dear brother. We need people with passion, people who want to give their life to save their countries. I hope I'll be able to, give you the.
But Alex, I wanted to put something there for you. See,
tell me.
You were talking about ethnicity before. Let me tell you one thing, my brother. Even before the independence, this problem has been there. Until we address it, we go nowhere. Just have that one in the back of your mind. When people are raised in lawless society, a society where there's no rule of law, no fundamental human rights, the only thing they have in their mind is their ethnic nationality. So you should know that this thing is here and it will remain until Nigeria sat down and address it.
Can I answer you on that? Can I answer you on that?
Yeah.
For me, the root problem for me is the fraudulent amalgamation of 1914. For me, if you know the thousands,
we know after they depended.
I'm going somewhere. I'm going to land somewhere. You know, yeah. I like lay foundation before I answer your question.
Okay.
You cannot go and coerce or your empire, defeated them, looted their palace. You came to Benin, you did the same thing. You went to Opobo, you did the same thing. You went to Onitsha, the same thing. Everywhere you were causing, problems everywhere, and you forcefully you now made an alliance, the wicked, devilish alliance with the North, the Kanuri Empire. These books are before me here, my people. The Kanuri Empire, they were even sluggish. You made a deal with them. You promised them to count stones during census to give them numerical advantage, metaphysical numerical. They don't have those numbers. The North are not much. Have you been to North? I went there 3 times. What I saw, I didn't believe it. I saw the handwork of Lord Lugard and Flora Shaw, people who did that fraudulent census numbering that we are still suffering from today.
See, Alex, there are points.
Listen.
Yeah.
Listen. Let me round up in 10 seconds. That is the foundation. That's coming together. We are not one. We are different people. But now we found ourselves here like this. I'm not preaching separation, but I'm telling you, you cannot continue to do one thing forever. People will not take it from you. My great-grandfather took it. My grandfather took it. My father took it. I'm not taking it. And my children will do worse. They won't take it. People are coming to embrace government with bombs in their body. They will die together. Our children will do it. If we are doing this, imagine what our children will do. You think they are going to be patient the way we are? No.
They will not.
No. They won't.
They won't.
So
see the aspect I'm trying to point to you.
Okay.
Don't let people cajole you to see the Northerners as bad people. Nigerians generally are they are the same problem of our country.
You don't let people cajole you to think you are one Nigeria. Don't let people cajole you to that. No, listen. Peter Obi's election. You know I did talk like this. Before election, I never spoke like this. But the scales are falling from my eyes. Peter Obi's election and his calculated, rejection, manipulation, and stolen mandates, broad daylight robbery, show to me right now. We are not one Nigeria. I'm sorry. With respect to everybody. We are not one Nigeria. We have never been one, and we will never be one.
That is a different thing.
It's not different. That is the problem where we have killings in one part of the country more than other parts. That is why we don't have justice. People go and rape people in farmlands. They are not brought to book. When you arrest them in Benin, a call comes from Kaduna or from Kanu, from the emir's palace or from the presidency and say releasing, and the governor have no choice. This is where the problem is. We cannot keep running away from it. You may think we talk too much, but these are solutions that we are both dissolving here now.
Let me add to that here.
If I want to tell you something, you cannot solve. You can't solve a problem when the elder saw it when we were going. Let's forget.
Okay, your
everything we suffer today. When I remember a book I learned that a kind of written by Tuenaro to compare to when this man was pointing to this fact. Now, don't see every part of our leaders, the past leaders, like whether it's from North, whether it's from know when they were speaking truth to this fact. I read a book, Amadou Bello. He said, we have differences. Let's sit down to know those differences. He was trying to save the future. You are telling us we put together, they are bad. We are not one. We are not one. my dear. Look, those people are far away from you. The greatest enemy to you now are your
before
leaders.
us now. Have we not been
People from your
have we not been in
state.
this country for the past 4 or 5 years? They are fat and figures before us.
Yeah,
Am
the
I just
problem I
talking?
have, Nigeria is no longer my own problem. It is my leaders that are close to me that are my problem.
Okay.
I don't want to
Okay. What about you come out in your state, you vote somebody as a governor, and a man in Kanu or in Abuja bring some number 3 and make him number 1 governor so he can control you and kill you, like it's happening in some states in the east. What about that one?
You know, Alex, the more important question is that we have a country where you have
Mr.
herdsmen.
Alex, please, that word, don't use by instead of using that word.
Okay, but it's only once I did that mistake and I corrected it. Sorry about that.
All right, so we have a country where you have herdsmen go around the country and other terrorists go and killing a lot of our people. If you say, let's say from 2015, there's not a single prosecution that we know about.
Thank you, Mr. Foster. Thank you.
Not one. There is no other country in the world.
My
that's
dear,
possible.
I don't need anybody to tell me. Or see, all these things are being known to Nigerians. The problem now is you ask yourself, what is your own brother, your own leader? What are they doing before you start going far away from those?
I have already asked my leader. I have already asked my leader.
No, they're not.
I've already asked my leader
Okay.
in my local government.
We should talk to our leaders that look, they are the one holding us hostage.
My brother, this is a presidential election period. We are addressing the stolen mandate.
Yeah.
We are addressing it.
That's what we should talk about.
The killing of Igbos in Lagos, the stolen mandate of the Lagosians too. We are addressing it. When it's time to face our governors, we'll face them.
Unless you just use it again.
Okay, sorry. So, okay, the killing of our people.
Mr.
Sorry.
Midwest,
But
what I'm trying to say to
sorry
you
about
is
that.
our leaders, just like the leaders all over the country, in the north and the southeast, they're corrupt and they do that. That is true, and that needs to be addressed.
Thank you.
It's a different thing, though, when you're talking about people going and killing a lot of our people, or people going to a secondary school and pack up 300 girls, and there's no prosecution.
You understand?
Hold on. And the president says, look, we have 400 names of the sponsors of terrorism. Then bring them out. Why not at least? There is no southern leader that's involved in killing that many people or doing things like that. They do have their faults and they could commit murder here and there. But to go on a wholesale exterminating a group of people, that is, I mean, we are human beings. How could you go killing that many people? Terrorists, kidnapping people. You remember the train station thing that happened with the Edo people there, for one. So it's not like there's a part that's spared, right? That's a lot of people. The train station was hijacked. There's no prosecution. There's not even a pursuit of the terrorists, right? So there's no moral equivalency, which is why I'm interjecting. Actually, that's what I'm looking for. So I want you to address that, Midwest. You keep trying to make it that there is a moral equivalency between our leaders and these people who are out to decimate us.
Peter Obi's election opened everybody's eyes now that there is an agenda. That's for me. I'm wrong, I'm right, it's okay. Argue with your system. Peter Obi's election, these symbols, if INEC chairman was a Benin man or an Igbo man or something, and Peter Obi was from the north, the country will be on fire. And he got such amount of votes. And they even boastfully told him to go to court. When a thief is telling you to go to court, his brother, he's the chief judge. What are you talking about? So for me, they've been doing it for past 7 years. I don't have 1 year to give them to come and rape my mother and kill my father. No, I won't wait. I won't do that. I cannot be cajoled. Mr. Nigerians, I'm sorry I've taken your time. I'm sure you want to close the program. Let me just try and sum up my point. My point is this. There is no one Nigeria unless they give Obi his mandate.
I think we were having somebody with us. You didn't give the person a chance and the person left.
Ah, really? Oh, sorry about that. I thought we've all spoken. And Nigerians, please take over from here. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. We missed out on the person that was here for so long. I thought.
Please, so sorry for that person. I'm sorry. If you're hearing me, I'm sorry.
Her name was Ogbebo or something like Ogbebo.
Ogbebo Joy, right?
Yeah, a lady, yeah, Ogbebo Joy.
A lady, yes. You know.
Maybe she'll come back. I don't know.
Anyway, madam, we apologize that we could not call you, but we are here every day, 6 p.m. Nigerian time. This is actually okay, she's back now. Okay, Ogbebo Joy, thank you very much for coming back. Good evening to you. Please talk to us. Where you join us from? Hello, madam, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Please, where are you joining us from?
Joining you guys from Russia.
Oh, thank you very much. Talk to us. Let's hear from you.
Actually, what is really going on in Nigeria, I'm not really happy because we can't suffer extra 4 years again. We suffer 4 years in Buhari's hand. Different type of things happened. Killing, stealing, Boko Haram, kidnappers. Many things it was happening in Buhari time. But this time around, we are not going to take that again. Enough is enough. We need to fight for our rights. We can't let an old man, an illiterate, to rule that Nigeria. It can never be possible. It can't. In this Russia here, actually, when they do a protest, the president of this country, that is Putin, said he's not going to leave his post until he ruled the country to his own satisfaction. And the citizens did not have any right to say yes or no. Are you guys getting what I'm trying to say? But in our own country,
of course,
in our own country, Nigeria, everything about them, I don't even understand. I don't even
selfishness.
understand at all. Especially that INEC. I don't know what is wrong with that man. Either is he selling our country? So is he taking is he buying our country with money? That is what I don't understand. Because if Tinubu entered that post, a lot of things is going to be happen. In fact, it's going to be increased. Right now, one of my friends just called me yesterday. She was telling me that she's even tired of Nigeria. She teared her passport. Is there anything concerning Nigeria is not any of her business? And I told her that I know that is our country. We can't stay another man's land forever. Not like father's land. We need to put hands together and fight
Home
for
is
our
home.
country.
Yes. Home is home.
We can't just because we are outside country be looking at these old people to rule us. It can't be possible. It can't be possible.
Thank you.
Because
Thank you.
I watch a lot of things. What is going on in Lagos? It's not about tribe. I'm not Igbo. I'm a Bini girl. I'm partner Bini, partner Yoruba. But I'm not supporting Tinubu to become the president. I'm not supporting Tinubu to become a president. Because a lot of things is going to be happen. If Tinubu can be the president of Nigeria, Boko Haram will increase, kidnapper will increase, stealing will be increased, different sort of things will be increasing. Some people that is even outside country, they are scared to come back to their own country because of what is going on. Because this our leaders, I don't know what is really what is really wrong with them. I can't just understand. because somebody needs to tell us what is going on between these our leaders. Now their children
right.
in a good in a good country, doing well, doing good. But we that we are in that country, we are they are treating us like a slave.
Thank you.
They are treating us like a slave.
Thank you, my brother, my sister Ogbebo Joy. I can see the pains in your voice.
They are treating us like a slave. In Russia,
Yeah,
you
I
will
know.
not see anybody that will abuse you outside. No, you can't. You can go anywhere you want to go in peace, come back in peace. You will not see anybody that will stop you, help you with gun, give me your money or your life. No. You will not see person that will kidnap you, be asking you of money. No. It's another man's land. They are treating us like egg. But in our own country, they are treating us like a slave. Why? Why? Our leaders need to change. They need to change. Because what they are doing is not good. It's not fair. I'm so disappointed in all these people that is collecting money, collecting
All right.
bribe that is not reached as in reach
Thank you.
anything.
We need to round up now. Thank you so much, Joy Ogbebo, for joining us. We are here every day, 6 p.m. Nigeria time. So try to make
Okay.
time out to join us so that you can have enough time to express your pain, your concern about the situation that we all are currently facing or that we have been facing in Nigeria. Okay. We are here every day, 7 days a week, 6 p.m. Nigerian time. Okay.
No problem.
All
Thank you
right.
very much. I really appreciate it.
We appreciate you even more for coming around to express, to pour out your concern. Everybody needs to
Thank you.
talk on this. We need to change the
Yeah.
narrative. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. I want to use this opportunity to appreciate every one of you, you know, that joined us today. And I want to thank Alex. Thank you very much, my brother. Whenever that we need to have a second broadcast after the main broadcast like this, if somebody volunteer that they will take over the screen, like Alex just did perfectly today, of course I'll create another one. My brother Alex, I really appreciate this. I like the part where
You already baptized me today now.
yes.
Hey, you don't catch me today. You don't catch me
No.
unaware. I couldn't say no.
No, Alex, I like the part where you tell to Nigeria, I'm in charge.
Of course,
Naja say, who give this guy?
A politics ETA, politics, we know when to say we are in charge, of course. To Naja, my friend. To Naja say you are not in charge. You cannot remove me.
He said you are not in charge. Who give her power? Alex keeps saying, I give you 1 minute, I'm in charge.
I can't say I will remove you. Now that one turn the head. He said, no, you can't try it.
So I appreciate this. Once in a while, I don't mind whenever there's a conversation like this and we need to end our normal broadcast, I can create it. But if there's somebody, although I'm here, but if I see somebody that is going to assist on that like Alex did, why not? I'll create it. We continue the conversation from there. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I can see the comment section is booming as well. This part is late. Mr. Pansat also came to the screen as well. Thank you, everybody. Everybody on the panel, Mr. Alex, Engineer Ken, Mr. Pansat, Victoria, they came back again. Give us a mandate, Mr. T, my brother. One love, I see you. Local P, Midwest people, thank you, sir, for coming in. And Ogbebo Joy, I really appreciate you, Ogbebo Joy. We are looking forward to having you again tomorrow. If you come on time so that you can have enough time to express your plight. I appreciate you all. And those on the comment section, I appreciate GRO KM. Thanks for joining us. Mother Rita, thank you very much. Mother of all, Mommy Diaspora. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Lady Eugenia is still with us as well. Thank you, Theophilus. Thank you, Stephen. And Libby, thank you very much. God bless you all. I appreciate your blessing. Chukuka, thank you. God bless you. Thank you very much. And there are more people right there, though. Blessing, Mike Olawale, I see you right there. God bless you all. Osifo Ehis, I can see you as well. Jacinta. Jacinta, you were indicating earlier on for us to post a link. The link was posted, but I'm not sure if you managed to join. But if not, don't worry. 6 p.m. tomorrow, try to join us. More, in fact, there are more revelation right now. We have a hot topic tomorrow. I don't even know if I can wait in 6 p.m. self, because since we'll be talking now, information reached me here. So we're certainly going to continue to, to be on this lane. We are not going to give up. Certainly, we are not going to give up. I appreciate you all. Thank you, my people. Now God bless you now. All right, and I also want to appreciate so the person that super chatted us, Jade Singleton. Thank you very much. I appreciate your message. You said I have to leave, but thank you for the space. African American like me care about you, and we want peace and Pan Africanism. That is very, very strong word. Thank you. I appreciate this, and we're looking forward to having you here again. Maybe you can contribute with us as well. Tell us how you feel in what is currently going on in Nigeria. You might not be from Nigeria. The way you with your write-up, it doesn't look like you're from Nigeria, but you just care about us. That's very nice. Thank you very much. Yes, I appreciate you all, my people. Thank you. Now here now go draw the curtain. Deborah Oholaja. I see you right there. Thank you very much. I appreciate you all. Okay. Yes, let's I'll see you guys in the tomorrow by 6 p.m. Endeavor to join us. Let me say good night now, my people. I appreciate you all. It's quite late here in the UK. Now let the Margarita nice to enjoy the time right now. And at 3 a.m. here, while in Europe, I guess it's 4 a.m. Wow. This is good. Mr. Alex, my brother, I really do appreciate you. God bless you. All right, my people. Let me say good night and see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.
You are the pillar that holds my life. You are the pillar that holds my life. Master Jesus, you are the pillar that holds my life. Lily of the valley, you are the pillar that holds my life. You are the pillar that holds my life. You are the pillar that